you just pee on the ground? You peed in front of the cat? You on the ground.
Hey, Violent.
Are we rolling?
You're breathing. You're breathing
God,
so
dude.
heavy.
This is
Let me get a
this is
Doritos
disgusting.
instant replay on that
Ugh,
burrito he's
you're
swallowing
just
whole.
wheezing. You're just wheezing through it.
You're on
you
some,
spilled it all over your
you're
pants.
on some Carl right now, bro.
You used to be able to bench 225.
God.
I think he's still good.
you are
Dude,
you
it's
are
all over your pants.
struggling to breathe.
All over your
Through
pants
this.
now. Those look nice.
That's disgusting.
No, you don't rub it in with the napkin. Now it's just stain.
Are you gonna
You
finish
have
it all like
oil
a good
all
little
over
boy?
your clothes.
You gonna finish it all?
I have a Tide pen.
Here,
Are
we
you gonna
can.
be a good little boy about it?
Oh, we don't even have
Are
our
you gonna-
fireplace.
Are you
Hold
gonna
on,
are you gonna take it all? That's yummy.
We can.
Is it chicken?
Welcome back to Yard, everybody.
This is actually, I mean this. I'm not kidding. This is your best fit.
Well,
Island hat with the fish feet, but then a relatively normal guy in between.
And
You're
this-
like a weird
hey,
sandwich.
can I hit that?
No.
Why?
I haven't eaten today.
I didn't eat. I barely ate.
You take Adderall.
I didn't take Adderall today.
Slime came home and opened up a pizza box that had a napkin in it and said, food! Or no, he said, pizza! And then he just started eating it.
Like
He doesn't,
an
and he doesn't
8-year-old
live here anymore.
In a Disney movie?
Yeah, and he doesn't live here anymore, so he was just like, yeah.
I did check the receipt. That was my detective work. It was ordered last night, and it was Nick because it said his name on it.
Yeah, and it was
and
delicious.
I was like, he's not gonna eat the rest of this.
We were in hell last night because we put off the postcards too far this time, because usually when we put them off, we still can like split it across 2 days. Also, for those who don't know what we're talking about, in our Patreon, tier 3s and up get sent postcards that we sign. And
Well, we don't just sign them. We put cute little messages.
little
in them.
messages, and we write your name, and I say, hey, I'm feeding your parasocial brain. Do you like that?
I was first to do it because I
baby.
love my fans. I love you.
Yeah, Ludwig was the
I
first to
love
finish.
my fans.
Did I cheated. I did Ludwig. I did the Ludwig.
He Ludwigged it.
I just signed them.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have time last night.
Whoa.
didn't have
Well,
time.
Meanwhile, me and Nick.
We're in the
sitting-
trenches.
Sitting at the table
We're in the-
talking about. Telling these kids about tucking.
At one point, it's like Aiden can't think of any ideas, and he's looking over at my cards, and I'm writing smoke, dude. I'm just like fucking.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
I'm writing like, I'm not Adam, but Shorty turned me to a savage, 100 emoji.
Right,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then he would lean over and goes, Nick's name is not Adam, but Shorty turned him to a 100 emoji. And I'm looking up, and I would write.
Aiden's are so bad. I remember earlier on in the Patreon, I would get kind of nervous and mad at his postcards because I'm like, these are fucking terrible. This is like, you are giving this person a piece of shit product.
Dude, so Aiden's cards are like this. John from Colorado writes in, and he writes, "Hey John, how's Colorado?" That's
Unreal.
But it's better than what you did this month.
Yeah, I just did the Ludwig, so I have no leg.
The
to stand
layup
on.
is that if John from Colorado would reply to him and go, "Colorado's really good. I'm like going to college," he would be like, "Oh, dude, that's fucking sweet."
Yeah, it's
and
so
actually
weird.
talk to him.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
He just does the first line of an Uber conversation that will never finish.
Yeah, and then some people reply to you. Then you learn something interesting.
You have pen
Yeah,
pals?
no, at the same time, you have 20 unread DMs, you piece of shit. It's the
There's
same
so
thing.
many right now.
See? So there's like, you really just, you cannot
Wait,
have it all.
If I can put a pin on the talk shit on Aiden part of the episode, because we're gonna move to Ludwig real soon.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, because you didn't do anything wrong today, right now.
Aiden messages me. We were a week late on the advice show because of Mogul Money Live, and I messaged Aiden like, "Yo, we gotta do advice." Okay, and we're supposed to do it at night, and I'm on my way home, and I messaged Aiden like, "Hey, on my way home." He goes, "Hey, I'm just too tired to do it tonight. Can we like push it to tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Hold on.
And then
Only because he was late, because we said we would do it at 7. So it is now 10:30.
Well,
Nick has
noted.
arrived
No,
to the home
that's
late.
fine.
Noted.
I don't actually think it changed anything. I did push 2 hours that day, but I was still like, let's do it tonight. It was only 9 p.m. So I'm like on my way home, like, let's do it. He's like, honestly, I'm just too tired. I don't think I'll do it anymore. I get home, and then he types in the fucking matchmaking chat, "Does anyone want to play agency?"
That's crazy.
And then he comes downstairs and he's like, "Anyone want to play Counter-Strike?"
that is,
It's because
what the fuck
it's
is the
because
matter with
agency
you?
agency comes out of me with raw instinct. I don't have to think. I just feel agency.
It's
but
a
the
part of
advice
you.
show is a lot of thought and articulation. But agency is inside me. And it just has to come out.
I don't think he
sometimes.
plays good enough for you to be mad at him.
You can't have but you can't have the night off.
He doesn't have
because
thought
you're
in the
too
game.
He comes
tired.
alive on agency.
That is insane. At least pretend that you're doing something
Dude,
like
we were
sleeping.
shooting when we finally did record the advice show. I was wearing a Batman mask the whole time. I had like this shitty Batman mask on.
By the way, it's an audio only experience.
If you go to the advice show, the thumbnail is me in the Batman. I think Zephyr pulled it up. I put it on Twitter on I think it was my Twitter. And I'm wearing it, and Aiden picks the most fucking dark topic we've ever had.
Oh no!
On the episode,
It's
I'm just
serious.
wearing the Batman mask, and at some point, halfway through reading about someone's trauma, he looks over at me, and I can only imagine he's seeing me in the photo. And he just starts laughing.
I've been reading the question, right? I'm lost in the question because I'm reading it and I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not qualified to answer this.
Yeah, you
And
wish you were playing agency again.
We're agency would have made me feel great at the time. And I finally look up because I haven't made eye contact with Nick in maybe like 2 straight minutes. I look up and I see him leaned over in his seat like this, and he's still Batman mask on, and he's just shaking his head.
We got a photo.
Oh my god,
Dude, okay, advice show, but you do the Batman voice the whole time.
Oh, I
and
did
it's
that.
Only really dark topics.
he's fucking.
Why do you look so
We're doing
different?
the show the latest we've ever done it. It's almost 1 a.m. We never record this
I
late.
get how the identity works, by the way.
He's wrapped in a blanket. He's wrapped in a blanket in his Batman mask.
Jacob,
you
need to communicate
But yeah,
with her.
I get what you mean.
Jacob, that sexual assault was not
Jacob,
that. Was not that.
You need to communicate with your girlfriend.
you look like you're like a 45-year-old dude.
I'm being only sidelit by a monitor, which is not quite how
looks
movies
so-
do
I also
it.
get why Bruce Wayne gets away with it.
Yeah.
I get why Clark
after
Kent.
looking at that,
You're
Yeah.
like,
It's
damn,
like-
who could that be?
Yeah, I've never seen that billionaire in my life.
Yeah. And then also on top of that, we watched Brink on the DCOM episode. Just a fire
Ooh,
week.
it's a hot one.
Fire week in the Patreon.
How was it? Quick,
Pretty
recap.
good.
Oh,
It
dude.
definitely was like, oh my god. Well, for one, the movie starts really high. Like it was like a 90s DCOMs when there's still like really high production value and a lot of heart and effort is put in. But then towards the end, it just kind of like gets more boring.
And I argued it doesn't get boring. It just is the template for what we now consider like how movies are supposed to go. Now we have to subvert
Yeah.
it. But if you're the first to do it, you got there first, and I think it's like the
It's
quintessential.
not quite a timeless banger, but there was
Sports movie for
visually
TV.
it was very striking. And what's going on over here?
He just stole a tomato from my.
See, I wish I was sitting over there so I could do that.
You're like Coots.
But fucking gatekeeper, master, fucking MILF Island.
Don't touch my shit over
Pretty
here,
good.
bro.
What if I
you
did?
couldn't handle my
What
meat.
if I was Coots
Oh,
and
come correct, bro.
I came over there and I licked it like
Coots
a little.
knows what I do to her.
What do you do?
Let Slime get a bite.
I put her in her place, bro. I
You
don't
throw her
not in a
against the
sexual
wall
way.
like a fucking
No, I don't-
grapefruit?
Wait, I don't abuse my
Let
cat.
Slime get a bite if he crawls over like a kitten.
Let me be me.
No,
No? Why?
because I don't want him to crawl like a kitten. He won't be cute. It'll be like one of those old cats that's like
Oh, like Durs?
just clinging on to the last few days. Durs is 5.
Durs is 5? Durs looks like Durs is going through a fucking manic episode.
Theirs looks like 5 cats smushed
it's
together.
really fucked up.
Dude,
Durs looks fine.
If you
Coots
guys don't
just
know,
tortures Durs, by the way.
if you guys don't know, Durs like was so grumpy getting shaved that the groomer couldn't finish the job. So it looks like he gave himself like a fucking haircut in the mirror, like while crying and listening to fucking.
Better than being bald.
Is it though?
Durs,
Yes.
Durs looks like the guy.
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Much.
.com for
If
me.
it's like a patch of hair that's like right here and the rest is fucking falling out, I think
It's a
being
stylistic
bald.
choice.
It's not
Dude, if he
One
ha-
gets
if,
to choose.
If he had the horseshoe bald, what's that called?
the
When you-
horseshoe
Yeah,
bald.
that's what it's called. When it's
The
like,
Norwood.
Yeah, when you had, dude, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, babies come out like that sometimes.
Oh
The FaZe Bangs talking about?
no.
Okay.
What's that?
What's going on under that hat? Do you know the
Father
secret?
Banks?
Do you think?
Shit.
Do you think there's like an American rat under that hat who's been leading FaZe Clan this whole time?
Yeah, he's got little levers.
He's got hand tattoos.
He's looking over at the F slur button constantly, like it's been 20 since
It has
2013.
cobwebs on it,
He's like,
and
man,
he's
I
like-
wish it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could go back. Just smoking
I
a
hate
dart.
the new us.
We were so much better back then.
Dude, Speaking of traumatizing our cats, Aiden comes in the fucking room last night while we're doing postcards. he's got a bunch of like outlet converters because we're going to Australia in his hands, and he turns around. I think he's just still holding them like doing something, but he's just turning around kind of fiddling with nothing. And me and Yingling are like looking over like, what is he doing? And then you hear human piss start to hit the ground in our house, and he just starts peeing on the floor like he's sleepwalking.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And me and Nick for like 5 full seconds. It's like when you think you're gonna drink milk, but it's Sprite, and like there's nothing wrong with Sprite, but you're like you're trying to figure out what your brain's trying to figure out what's going on in the world. I was like, and
I realized, kidding me?
I realized he's peeing on the floor, and then I'm like. I literally, I don't even ask him. I just lean to Yingling. I go, he's peeing.
Yeah.
And he just keeps peeing. And
what is wrong with you?
And then he pulls his pants up and he turns around and he's just got a little bit of dribble and a little bit of dribble and his belt undone. And then he just starts laughing and he goes, I thought that would be funny.
Walk me through.
And then he starts cleaning it with Febreze.
Really? Why? Why did you choose a good cleaner?
Just because it's chemicals doesn't mean it cleans.
He starts spraying.
That's a deodorizer.
Fabric deodorizer on it and wiping it around.
Why did you do that? Why did you select that one?
I went to the
Also, not much room to talk.
No, I'm just curious.
to the hallway closet where we put all the cleaning supplies, and there was only one bottle.
Did you
that
look
looked
under
like
the
cleaning
sink of the
supplies.
kitchen where that
It was
shit usually
facing
is?
away.
You didn't go there,
So
did you?
I grabbed it without thinking and started cleaning with it.
Okay.
And then somebody added in the Twitter post, they were like, it's another layer of insanity that he's cleaning this with Febreze. And then I looked at the bottle and I was like, oh, that's not disinfectant.
Wow.
So I went up to the kitchen. I cleaned everything again.
Coots was curious all night about like what's
Did
going
Coots
on
drink
right
any
here.
of your piss? Did
No.
Coots drink some of your piss?
No.
No, didn't like a little... like it's milk from a saucer?
Yeah, did you give a small child cat your piss to drink?
It's like Kirby. Coots gets a little pink patch on the top.
I was responsible. As soon as I did it, I picked Coots up, put him in the...
Sorry. Fuck you mean responsible.
No.
Hold your dick out in a living room in front of people and peed on the ground.
Not people.
No, you shut the fuck
Nick
up.
Yingling.
You smashed a hammer against a wall.
Yeah.
You didn't even put any Febreze in
and
it.
he didn't clean that up.
We're the last of the Mohicans.
That corner of the room is arguably cleaner than it was before I peed there.
That's true.
That is what he said right after. And I said, that sounds like something we would make up that you would say if you did this in a hypothetical world.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be like, imagine Aiden pissing in the living room. He's like, it's cleaner now. It was literally cleaner than it was before. And he said it unironically after.
I feel like...
true.
What is it?
That's
Just,
not true. That's like, it's like
No,
mugging
he
someone.
starts going, I forgot, he goes, urine is sanitary. That's what he says to me.
That's also true.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
he's like, that's why you
He's
can
going
drink
through
it.
the Bear
It's sterile.
Grylls.
I was like, don't be a fucking fun fact guy right now. You just pissed on the floor.
I think when you're in that spot, you need to pull
Hold on.
all the
Also,
stops.
big difference between sterile and sanitary. Big difference.
The urine is sterile.
Okay, sterile.
You
not
sterile.
You
sanitary.
can't pee on a
Sterile.
Because
plate.
you could have like hepatitis, like hbox has.
I did.
Dude.
Anyway, but I think that was really... I saw all this happen on Twitter because I wasn't there that night, and I'm like, a couple things ran through my head. One is me not being around some sort of evil force that needs to infect someone's ghoulish
Slime
brain.
is just whoever the ghost inhabits.
Yeah.
It's not
I've been
necessarily
building
you.
up to this. I've been building up to this
Dude.
because 2 weeks ago, when Josh was still here, me, Josh, and Yingling were going on walks, and we're going outside. We walk around the neighborhood like a bunch of hooligans. We're just fucking in jeans but shirtless, and it's the three of us like roaming our neighborhood
Ed
full
and
of old
Eddie
people.
looking for some big old dumbbells.
Yeah. Some jawbreakers and some pussy.
We were leaving and I really needed to pee, and I was like, you know what would be funny? It's because they're standing across the street. If I peed in front of them in the yard, but like so that I lined it up so that the mailbox is blocking
Austin
my
Powers.
dick,
Okay.
and I did this.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember them talking about
and,
this.
and it was funny. And I'm like, and then yesterday I brought in the Chargers, and I'm like, I do not want to continue to sign these postcards right now. I really need to pee. It'd probably be funny if I did it right in front of them.
This is your internal monologue.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I think happened is Slime, when he goes into his chambers, draws an arrow in his forehead, enters the avatar state, and goes into one of our bodies.
I'm like, man, I haven't. Those guys haven't fucking dealt with anything in a while. Let me astral project real quick.
He puts on the VR goggles and starts walking around as Aiden.
Yeah.
But Aiden's so nice, he doesn't understand that his body's being inhabited.
And you have to do an act that he would do, and if it's too far out, then you break
Yeah,
out of the
breaks
astral
it, yeah.
projection. Yeah.
And me and Coots are the same. Because that guy's been pissing and shitting everywhere.
Yeah,
And,
he's a bit of a piss and shitter.
And Coots doesn't wipe his up with Clorox afterwards.
Well,
Is that true?
well,
Ludwig.
so the problem is
He just stopped. It's so funny because he was using his litter box and then he just stopped.
there's 2 litter boxes. There's
He
kitten
said,
litter boxes
Dead that item, bro. This is my house.
and then adult cat litter boxes. And we tried to pivot to the adult cat, but she just doesn't like the way it smells.
It's like diapers for cats.
I think cats just inherently know where you want them to go, and then they go other places. Not go like piss, like be physically. Like cats are like on top of your laptop when you're working.
What
okay?
if instead of diapers, we had an area that we could shit
like a
in?
piss
That's
and
the
shit corner?
toilet.
Yeah.
No.
That we do that.
I was trying to be straight face, bro. I was like, oh no, I can't make it through this one. I busted
You're on,
too early.
you're on some. What if we had? What if we had Rocket League, but they're people?
No.
Yeah.
No. What if, and then the spot, like it was filled with water and it like
Yeah.
self-cleaned for the next person every time you used it.
There's an old podcast I used to listen to where it's like they talked about how we usually don't look at our shit. Oh fuck! After the Carl Jacobs episode, I was like, oh man, we gotta start being more appealing to women, and also don't replace me, please God, don't replace me.
Well,
But
the
anyway,
episode was 1 of 10.
It was 2
2
of
of 10.
10. 2 of 10.
no way.
You're still in.
Let's
go!
So, well, it beat Mr. Beast.
That's crazy!
But it lost to Connor, who is by far our most viewed and is going to become an 1 million view episode probably.
I feel bad too because I feel like I kind of shit the bed with that one by doing too many accents.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, I'm fighting for my life in those comments too. Like,
Why?
Because fuck those guys. Fuck those weeb nerd pussies.
They
Okay.
are right in that you did too many accents because you know you did too many.
No, they said my accents were bad.
They are.
No.
Yeah, but that's
But from Connor's own mouth, they were bad.
Slime's like, oh, high view episode Pog. But wait, but I don't want viewers to watch.
No,
Wait,
no.
you're telling me they have
I'm fine with the
opinions?
viewers. I was just fighting for my life. That's all I'm saying. And anyone who hates me and is mad at me and Connor are friends. So put that in your pipe and
Are
smoke
you hoping
it.
like Archie edits him in here?
yeah. Archie, right there. I want you to put Connor, and I want him to look real like a short leg, like feet, then knee, then hip.
Like he has no shins. Like they got blown off and numb.
Yeah, so his episode went crazy. I think because we have so much overlap with Trash Taste in our audience. Speaking of, we lost a bet to their podcast.
Right.
Yeah, Jerma really choked that one, huh?
So, well, you were driving.
What's the context?
so- okay.
At the Beerio Kart
World Cup. Beerio Kart World Cup
which
is
is
an
Ludwig's
event I
event he
ran.
did.
It was 16 players, and we were playing Double Dash on LAN. It was like top 4 because finals, whatever. Mango and fucking Josh Man crushed.
Well,
Really? Mango Crush.
Josh was what's the kazooie in the backpack?
Yeah, Kasui in the backpack, and he was
Yeah.
chirping so
and Mango's
much.
just banjo running around.
Josh's Kazooie impression and his banjo impression and his Gruntilda impression are all extremely good, by the way.
He actually brought out the angry drunk in me, and I understand that being angry drunk is not a me thing. It's just if I'm hanging out with an Australian and happen to be drinking.
Yeah, because Miles was brought out last time.
I don't fuck with Australians when I'm drunk.
Yeah, you are a true
All
big
of them.
American.
prod you.
Yeah, we basically had like 4 races, and you could pass off a controller and have someone else drink for you. So he passes it to Mango. Mango does 3 races in a row, first every time. He's just a fucking god of the game. And Josh the whole time is like, "Well, not driving too good, are we?"
and then Ludwig is like, "You are literally such a pussy," and Josh is like,
While the race is happening, by the way, because he doesn't need to do anything because he's in the backpack.
He's
"Dude,
so cool.
when Josh
Josh
would
is
race,
sitting there mashing the stick back and forth for Mango to get boosts on the turns, and that's all he has to do.
Dude, when Josh is racing, he fell off Rainbow Road maybe 50 times in one race.
It was insane.
He is dog shit.
It's
at
actually
Mario Kart.
insane how bad he is at that game, considering how good he is at Melee.
True.
Was it single elim bracket?
No, it was like a format where you get points based off placings in a Grand Prix.
Okay,
Like
did
Mogi.
Eamon design it?
Yeah.
Okay, do you
In
think
part.
he did a good job?
I think the format was actually really fun.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
But you lost it. And you
So-
play Double Dash more than anyone.
It was guaranteed that we were losing. No, Mango plays more than me, but it was guaranteed that Mango was winning, and so we made a side bet. It was me and Jerma against Connor and Joey, and
Is Joey on Trash Taste?
Joey's on Trash Chase. Yeah,
Does he look like Joey from Friends?
No.
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
He's an Australian Japanese,
So he kind of does.
which is
The way you
also
said that was weird, but
I almost said it
Yeah.
like he was a mecha. I recognized when I was saying
if you give him a moonstone, he evolves immediately, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, so it was like it came down to the last race, and I took Jerma's beer because Jerma was not a phenomenal racer. He has not played a game that
Was he a phenomenal drinker?
he's a phenomenal drinker.
That's good to
We're
hear.
probably on
Dude,
par.
he drank just as much as everyone else, and he was just talking to me like nothing happened.
That's the
And,
miles.
and he's just chilling, and I'm like, "Are you drunk?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm drunk," and I'm like, "You are so normal."
What a goat.
And then he's just explaining his next stream to me, and I'm like, "You're the goat."
Mango also like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
7
went
beers
to
in.
Mego and I said, "You are dead sober." He's like, "Absolutely."
Can you pull the picture on my Twitter of me and Mango? Anyway, it's the final race. I'm in the lead the entire time. Mango, the fucking snake, looks at my screen, literally screen peeks, has a lightning, times it, so when I'm off a jump,
A
I
shock.
fall and die.
Yeah.
And then
We didn't explain the bet.
And the bet was if we beat Trash Taste guys, we get a 1 minute shout out on their pod and vice versa.
Yeah.
So now
Quid
there's,
pro and quon.
there's a 1 minute ad
We
read.
have to do a 1 minute ad read for Trash Taste.
They do it and it goes
Oh,
injected
really?
in our
We
pod.
can't do
I
this,
thought
yeah.
we did it for
No,
Why don't
them.
we do- why don't we
obviously
do
because it
ours?
would be way better if we did it and way funnier and it wouldn't be as good of a shout
So
out.
are you saying we're funnier than them?
No, I'm saying we would not.
You're saying
do
they're
it
funnier
honestly.
than us.
I'm saying we wouldn't do it honestly.
Yeah, we definitely talked before the show about how we could. I won't say what
So
we
you
were
were
gonna say.
trying to scam them.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we
100%.
can't do that. That's
Okay, so
they film it.
Okay.
But do you think they're funnier than us?
I think they're funnier than you.
What did you expect?
By the way, I just know that's not true.
Well,
So I'm just gonna let that.
better at accents.
Look, all I'll say about Connor.
It's not an accent if you're born with it.
No,
better at a Welsh accent.
Connor's Chinese is so good.
His Chinese American accent,
Shush
the
it.
problematic one.
Yeah.
he does it offline all the time, and it's so
It's
fire.
so funny.
I love those fucking boys.
They're great.
Every single person who like Connor touched on his trip here, when he left, they all like to me were like, "That Connor guy's really cool." All of them individually said that.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
got kind eyes.
Connor's awesome.
I've never had that effect on any group of people in my life.
Yeah, because you got bitch eyes. You're
Yeah.
a mean old bitch.
You are a
All
mean
the
old
time.
bitch.
I was
Mean
hoping
old-
you guys would like.
You have this problem all the time.
You met a human and then pretended you were Nathan Stans for 2 hours.
No,
Well,
that's base. Shut
that-
up.
no, he's-
Again, you come in
That's
just holding a
obviously not-
torch that is an L.
No.
It's a flaming L, and that's what you're
It's
doing.
cool for you.
You let him
but
be base.
The person will never leave that interaction
Morty,
thinking,
yay!
"Oh, well, it's great meeting Nick."
What kind of people are we fucking with, bro? Streamers who aren't people.
It was
That's
Michelle.
Next
true.
question.
It's
She's not
true.
a streamer. She's a YouTuber.
Who? Michelle Carr?
Well,
No, she's different. We told her.
no, she's based because she owned me, which cancels out. It's PEMDAS. But before that,
PEMDAS.
it was the dude who worked at that
In
credit card
conclusion,
company.
you'll never be as cool as Connor
That's fair. I'll take that.
or
Yeah,
Jerma.
but what I'm saying is Connor is a capybara, and you are like a Komodo dragon. You're cute sometimes, but mostly you have poison in your mouth.
No, yeah.
That also
I'm with
means
it.
he's gonna eat Connor.
Wait, they
no,
eat
not a
capybaras?
capybara.
No way.
No one
Dude,
eats capybaras.
Can you pull up a video?
I bet-
wait, real quick. Can we see this picture? This is after the Beerio Kart event. Mango and I had each 8 beers over the course of 3 hours. Then he drank that.
Aw. Oh,
I didn't finish my beer.
yeah, Mango's built to last. He's
He-
built Ford tough.
You can just say his liver's failing.
no,
You
he's
know?
built Ford tough. Don't make me say that.
Mango came up to me at the Beerio thing, and he like hits my arm, and he's like, "Let's get matching tattoos in Australia," and it was the most touching thing
That's hype. Yeah,
that's ever happened to me. So
that's adorable.
we're doing that. Oh, he made a rule. So instead of doing matching now, he's gonna pick mine, and I'm gonna pick his. And they have to be one of you has to approve them.
Oh,
So like
matching swastikas.
Yay!
Well, the-
Imagine if we all planned that.
the approval process was to avoid a
problematic.
prank.
Yeah, that would be.
I would
That'd be really funny.
That'd be bad.
So you're supposed to avoid me getting something like that. That's why we included.
Why
this.
am I supposed to make your tattoo better?
Maybe just remove him from the committee on this one.
Well,
I wouldn't
Mango
give you
is the one who picked him.
Oh, I get to do it?
He
No.
picked slime by name,
No, he was like Slime and Ludwig can approve for us, so we don't.
so he left
we
out
don't-
Aiden.
Yes. Yeah.
Bo's in the house.
He keeps,
and
he
Papa
keeps
John.
calling him Austin. I
Yeah.
don't think he quite knows.
That's really funny.
Mango also beat Aiden in a Mario Kart money match right after, and Aiden
Oh
was, Aiden
my
was
god,
sober.
Aiden was so
In
mad.
Double Dash?
You
Yeah.
didn't money match me.
Aiden was so mad.
Yeah.
It was a pride
Aiden
match.
Gets
It was a
mad.
pride match, then a
Dude, I
denied.
was with Shake in
This is one of-
Vegas,
this is-
and he was saying Aiden was getting mad at him and in Melee because of Aiden's Marth. And I'm like, that guy's just easy to get to, bro.
I wouldn't say it was mad. I was there for that, but it was passionate, certainly.
Yeah, I wanted to win, but I did. Oh,
He's like, I just gotta fucking get back in there, bro. I gotta beat Aiden's Marth. And I'm like, you go, girl.
the mango thing was one of the first times where a bunch of people were saying I was mad, but I wasn't, which is rare.
You were
Interesting.
mad because right after you lost, you said best of $500, which is
Oh,
mad.
that's so-
That's
I'll,
mad.
I'll call
That's
that
mad.
salty. I'll call it salty,
Yes.
not mad.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's mad.
is it?
Yeah, it's not happy.
Why would I be happy? You're right.
I think we're
Emotions are
done
binary.
Here. I think we're done here.
What is Jerma C9 coffee?
I don't know. Aiden wrote
Oh,
that
an
shit.
Aiden one.
This is right at the beginning. Right at the beginning of Beerio Kart, Jerma comes in. You know, everybody's kind of like mingling, getting food and stuff. And around like the C9 studio that we used, they have all their trophies from like their different esports accomplishments. So the like the E-League Boston Major CS:GO trophy, it's there,
Dude.
It's just chilling
We should hit a lick.
on a
Dude,
on a
Cassidy,
shelf.
Cassidy was touching it like it was his kid. He was touching it, and he's just like, man, this thing is so cool. And I'm like, you're always here.
It is it every day.
That's kind of how I felt though. I was like
Ludwig and his
scared to
Vespa.
touch it.
touched
And they
it.
have all like their league trophies there. Their Halo one, and
They were
there's
they were
one
dusty.
more. It looks really cool. There's a Rocket League one that kind of has this like the ball from Rocket League sitting in kind of a
Just a soccer ball.
like a prong. Well, it's like
It's
a cool
it's a
big
Rocket
metal
League
ball.
soccer ball. It's the Rocket League
Dude, it's
ball.
the rocket ball on the rocket course.
Guy who knows Rocket League
two
but's never heard
rocket
of soccer.
goals.
Yeah. Oh, that's from Rocket League. That ball. That's crazy. I didn't know they made him so tiny.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
every ball a soccer ball to you?
Yeah.
No,
wait,
it's a football.
Hold on, am I kicking it?
Are the cars kicking it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Are the cars kicking it or are they bumping it with their noses?
Here's a question.
Why don't we call it a volleyball?
Are the Rocket League cars controlled by humans, or are they sentient like cars? And if they are sentient like the movie Cars, do they fuck each other in Rocket League?
Also, if they explode, do they die?
Whoa.
Because they
what
come
happened-
back.
What happened to the drivers?
Yeah. Are they being controlled from outside by humans? Like maybe that's the meta. Maybe it's like a meta commentary, like we are the player controlling the car.
Arcane, but it's just like for Rocket League, and it's just Cars 4.
And they all.
And it's just Lightning McQueen. He's like, yeah, I'm into soccer now.
It's a guy with an earpiece, and it's like at the riot like keynote. It's like, what's up? So we're doing cars. Yeah, we thought it'd be cool.
Dude, a Cars anime would go hard.
Yeah.
That actually would go hard.
Anyway,
go back to what you're fucking talking about.
What is happening?
Sorry, we're trying to unravel the mysteries of man.
we're shopping.
Right. But Jerma also trying to unravel the mysteries of man in his day-to-day, sees this trophy that is the Rocket League trophy with the ball sitting in it on top, and he has a coffee cup, and he goes towards it, and he like taps it a second, and then he comes back, and I'm looking at him like, what's happening? And he looks at me, and he's just like, I thought that was a coffee maker.
Dude, the way Jerma says that too, because he's just like, so matter of fact, thought it was a coffee maker.
Dude, he's a psychopath.
Goated. He's so
I went to dinner with him after the Vegas event because I was just in Vegas for a league event, and he had ordered food. We're at this restaurant, steak, Alaskan crab,
Alaskan
lobster,
crab.
all the fucking foods.
Klasky, Sapo. And then it's the end of Rugrats.
He ordered like Alaskan king crab and lobster bisque and a bunch of food. And at the end of the dinner, he goes, "Oh, bread!" And he just realized there's like bread that they give at the start. And he like reaches over for it, and he was doing this thing, and I stared at him do this for 20 minutes uninterrupted. He'd pick a piece of bread, he'd rip off a small piece, and there was a butter tray. He would scoop the butter and then use it as a knife to spread on his bread. And every time he would get a new piece, he'd be like, oh, this is great. And he would eat the whole piece. He went through 4 pieces doing that.
He starts making little bread rings and eating them off his fingers.
Was he being genuine?
Yeah, like no one is looking at him except for me. And we're engaged in conversation. And the dinner is over. People have had a lot of food. Everyone is full. But he's reaching very far to this bread that's in the center to do this. And eventually I cut it and I'm like, Jerma. And I just grab it and I'm like, just take the butter out. And he gets really embarrassed. And I'm like, you're using it as like a small knife. He's like, what are you looking at me? So I'm enjoying this delicious bread.
That is fucking great. It was the same thing at the Streamer Awards with the coloring book.
Yeah.
He not only was he just coloring, he was like making cute. He was pretending he was a psychopath. He's like, I draw the sun now, and then he drew his son with a crayon, and I was like, this guy's not. Oh, at the time I was like, he's doing this for the bit. That's great. But now Ludwig has revealed to me that Jerma's just an insane guy.
Yeah, he's an insane human, and I wish we could Truman show him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. If I
He
could pick
kind of
one
did that
human.
himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean
for real.
I mean for real.
You want to see Jerma brushing his teeth and like singing a little tune while he does
Yeah.
it.
He would be the man for the job.
Yeah,
I want to give Jerma a 500 milligram edible and put him in a box.
Oh, so you just want him to
I wanna-
see the demons that created
And
us.
then
Yeah.
fill the room with clocks.
Yeah. That all say blood and teeth on
You
them.
just
at
want
the
to
time.
saw. Someone actually had a great idea. I forget who, but they were like, League of Legends content is drives double lift. He's like, I just want to get a bunch of League players and then have them do like an in-house match all high. And then we kept going. We're like, and then maybe you do like a mushroom version of it. And then you do like the K-hole money match. And it's like, this is amazing content.
K-hole 5v5, everyone's just like last hitting in lane till 40 minutes, just not interacting with each other. They're just like,
They have all gone to their separate bases and the creepers are finishing the game.
yeah. Okay, well, listen, dude. Fucking you ruined our whole day.
Why?
You missed your flight.
You missed your
Oh, I
flight.
did.
You didn't. Didn't you miss 2 flights?
No, I missed one.
Okay.
No,
what
you
the
missed
fuck?
2.
No, I missed one.
You're
You missed your PJ to go there.
No, the PJ would have arrived later.
No, but you made the PJ wait for you.
Yeah, well, that's what a PJ does.
No.
That's crazy.
Nick, a
Why
PJ
are you
waits
like
for you.
this? Why did you
So,
do
well,
that?
here's the first thing. The first thing was the PJ there, and it was leaving really early in the morning, and so I just wanted to do a later flight because I was supposed to be there at 4 for the event, and I was like, yeah, if I get there by like 2, I'll be fine. And
It was leaving at 10, right?
It was leaving at 9.
In the morning?
In the
I don't know
morning.
if I call that really early for a flight.
I think it's early because we would arrive by 10 to be there by 2.
You're sitting there for 4 hours.
So and what ended up happening
see.
is we got there, my hotel wasn't even ready, and then they just ushered us to the
Oh
thing.
no. King Ludwig's hotel
Oh,
wasn't ready
God.
for his jacuzzi and his fish slippers.
Yeah.
Amazon Crown is the one who created this event. They were paid like fucking $3 to $5 million. I got paid $10K, which is what everyone else got paid. They had the bread. They could have had
King
a hotel
Ludwig
ready.
got
Oh
paid
my God.
$10,000 to play video games with other famous people and Mizkif. That's crazy. Wow. Wow, poor little you bears. Poor little guy.
You bring up really good points,
Hey.
Slime.
It'll be
I'm
okay.
sorry you had a
Hey, you
rough
know what?
day.
You're right. You had a tough one, and I should have noticed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry to you.
I'm excited to spend the $10K repairing drywall and getting a floor cleaned.
I cleaned the floor.
It's cleaner than before.
And it smells good.
Cleaner than before.
It smells like flowers too. Also, you
yeah,
bitch.
I doubled up. Did them in the wrong order.
you
Admittedly.
were an Owen. That was gross.
Oh, in the
I was
event?
embarrassed. I was like, that's my
Dude.
friend. I need him to do better.
So we did the league event. It was like a show match, and it was double lift. Tyler won on one squad, and then the other squad had Yasuo and Voyboy. Yasuo has quit playing League of Legends to gamble full time in Mexico. He's a multi-millionaire.
Godspeed.
Why didn't they split them up?
And then
seeded
Voyboy had took a mental break a year ago and has barely played League. Like he started like a month ago. Seeding was insane. I met the guy who seeded, and everyone's like, "You're dumb, you're dumb, you're dumb," and everyone expected my team to win. And like the melee comparative is like it's fucking like Mango in Zane on a team, and then like I don't know Kadoran and Aiden. And
Hey, don't fuck around.
And to be fair, Kadoran and Aiden beats a lot of the other teams.
so the whole time,
just not the best.
Usually I don't give him this, but goddamn right. Let's go.
The whole time we're in the pregame room, and like I am the worst one at the event. I am level 18, and just for everyone who doesn't play League, you have to be level 30 to play ranked. So I'm not even a high enough level to play ranked. I have to play unrated or against bots, and that's the only experience. I played maybe 30 games in my life. Into prep, I played 3 games with Cutie.
It was very cute. The night before, they're just queuing together.
Cute. I can
just
hear
him and
I can
Cutie.
hear it coming through his headset, like, "Oh, good job, babe."
Yeah.
And then I leaned over to him and I said, "You're the only person playing League that just heard that through their headset."
Cutie was trying so hard because usually
Just trying
like,
to carry your dumb ass.
well, no, like, just to be nice to me. Because I think every fiber in her like body wanted to flame me, and if I was not her boyfriend, she would have been like, "You are fucking throwing this game." But she didn't do that. She was like, "You're doing great."
Aw.
If I went 1 for 10 on hitting thresh hooks, and that was all my prep. But I was feeling really confident because we were in like the green room, and it's my whole team, which was Ninja, Tyler 1, Double Lift, Sapnap, and myself. And everyone's like, "Yeah, we're gonna crush game 1. We should probably throw game 2 so we can get a game 3 in there." And they're talking all this mess, and I'm just in the backpack. I'm Sora.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that sounds great." And we get to our first game. And we get kind of
Well, you were an Owen. You ended Owen,
Taking to
what,
Afghanistan.
12?
we get kind of no, I didn't go 0-12.
In the first game?
No.
Okay,
First of all, Owen is not a bad thing when
look,
you are a support.
I played thousands of hours of Dota. I understand what that means, but you still were an
I was
Owen.
9 and 9.
Some girls prefer Owen over.
Well,
that makes me cool.
we get stomped.
I'm like a Greek statue. So
and I realized through the event, Tyler 1 and Double Lift are so good at League that they're so out of touch with people who are bad because they're like talking about me while I'm there, like I'm not there. They're like, "Okay, maybe he plays Yumi." And then Tyler's like, "There's no way he could do Yumi's auto cancel alt." And then Double Lift's like, "Yeah, you're right. He couldn't." And they're going
so
through
funny.
characters.
Could you?
I don't fucking know what they're talking about. I know like 8 characters.
that's why they're doing this.
And they're going through it all, and they're like, "Well, maybe he plays like Soraka." And then they're like, "Yeah, Soraka's brain dead. Even a dog could play Soraka."
It's true.
And then they're like, "Fine." And so Double Lift's next to me, and he's like, "Here," and he sets up, and he's like, "This is Soraka. She heals."
yeah.
He's walking me through.
This is all par for the course when we did Battle Pass 5 teams.
And so I learned Soraka in maybe 30 seconds before we had to play again. We boot in, and I don't know how the fuck to play this character. And after like I'm trying my best, so like after I die or something in a fight, I'm like, "What could I have done better?" And then Tyler's like, "Anything."
Dude, that is so funny.
And I'm
awesome.
like, bet. And the whole time I'm confused because I'm like, why am I the variable? Right? There are amazing players on my team. Mizkif is on their team. He's about as bad as me, and he's in the backpack. Why can't I just be in the backpack?
Yeah.
Why am I the difference maker for a League win? And then they realize, they're like, "Okay, wait. Support is probably the most important role. Why are we having Ludwig do it? Put him in the jungle. Have him roam around in the camps. Don't do shit all."
Right.
And so game 3, this is what happens. We lost the first 2 games. It's the best of 3. It's supposed to be over. I go to Ninja. I say, because I'm kind of mad. Because I'm like, this is embarrassing. I say, "Hey, offer a $50,000 last second third match that all goes to charity. I'll pay for half of it if we lose." And Ninja's like, "All right." So he does it. They accept. And we have a new strat, which is I'll just do what Mizkif does. I just jungle. And it was fucking easy. We won. We crushed. It wasn't close.
Wow.
And that was it. I was just able to sit in the backpack, and it was a joyous
So
time.
they didn't
You
work,
hustled him.
They didn't work around you being shit.
Yeah, they were just dumb. Like they just
No, yeah, they were dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Tyler 1 has played 4,000 hours of League in the past 2 years. If he has not recognized that I should not be playing support, I could not have.
Interesting.
I'm not the guy who steps in and goes, "You know what, guys? I think I should switch to jungle."
Why weren't you on Mr.
I
Beast's
think-
team? He's your friend.
I think you could have booted up Blitzcrank. I think you could have landed a couple hooks, and you would have been good.
No, this is what they were saying. It's like you could just figure it out.
Dude, it's a skill shot. You point and click.
You don't figure it out on your 31st game of League.
I think
But
you could.
I wasn't on Mr. Beast's team because he called me to do this. He's like, "Yo, Letty, do you want to play in my event?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "How good are you?" I was like, "I'm terrible. I've played like 30 games lifetime." And he's like, "Okay, I'll put you on Ninja's team so you can maybe throw and help me win."
Oh,
So he wanted me to be on their team.
okay.
It's an inside job.
I did wonder
Was
that.
Mr. Beast with Double Lift?
He was with the Voy Boy. He was with the
Oh.
bad team that ended up technically winning. But since we did that third match, there's always,
Oh,
you know,
it's a road game.
it leaves him guessing.
Yeah.
we won the road game.
Road game.
That's a hustle and a half.
It's a
I like
hustle and a
that.
half. Made him pay $50K, which doesn't really hurt his bottom line.
That's pretty cool. I think that that's okay. Even though it was fun to make fun of you, I was happy to see my friend play video games.
What happened today?
Well, okay, so then
Yeah,
after
bitch.
the event ended, we went to dinner. Saw Jerma eat bread weird.
Yeah.
I went to, I met Magnus Carlsen for the first time.
Oh, you've never met him.
Never.
That was a big deal for you, right?
It was, so they were doing a poker game for 20K. Originally, I was supposed to do it, but I didn't realize it was streamed. I was pretty fucking out of it, and I didn't have
That
20K cash.
Stream kind of sucked.
I heard
heard.
they had a shit ton of tech problems.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was no
It
audio.
was awful.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
They started off the stream. They didn't realize there was no audio, and there was a 15-minute delay. So they waited 15 minutes of doing the stream, and then chat was like, no audio. On the first 30 seconds of
Yeah.
it, they tried to fix it. 50 minutes passed. Their fix didn't work.
Yeah.
So it took like 30, 45 minutes to actually do anything.
Yep, that's delay-based production.
We clicked out because we said this is a bad stream.
Yeah,
we left, so they
we
lost
were
us.
watching and left because
And we have a lot of respect for production, so I can imagine children all just left
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
with
yeah.
no thought.
They were molding. It was a bummer for Botez because I think there was like, it would have been cool.
They should have just taken the phones and no delay. What are they doing? Either way.
But I met Magnus. He was very cool. Apparently he was nervous to
Magnus.
meet me before I
Did
went
he,
in.
did he say his name like Magnus?
Like, what is that?
I'm Magnus.
Why would he say
Why
it
would
that
they
way?
say it
Because
that
that's
way?
how the guy
How would he
says
say
it,
it?
who's named that in Dark, the show.
Yeah, but they're German and he's Norwegian.
Yeah, it's
What's
different.
is
What-
it?
different countries.
Where's
Pronounce it
Norwegia?
differently.
Okay, he's Norgay and
Oh,
Yeah.
Norgay.
okay.
Brult. I love those guys. Shouts out. Shouts out Length Plank and Henke.
I met him. It was tight. The only thing, and the reason I am late here today and I missed my flight, is because I stayed up late gambling with Mr. Beast,
Oh, that's swag.
which is crazy.
Is he crazy?
I can only imagine.
A fucking psychopath.
That's awesome.
It is at like the high roller roulette table, and he has like $100,000 in chips in front of him. He had won 200K off a single roulette hand, and yeah,
Me and him we're cut from the same
you are
cloth.
Is he
not
playing the
cut
inside?
from the same
Yes,
cloth.
we are. He just has
No.
more money than me. I was
no.
in Vegas days before. Don't you get that?
That's a lot of people were.
Yeah, but I went up 25 grand. I took fucking Bellagio for a ride, bro.
And then wait, what did you leave with?
I'm still up. I was a good boy.
How much are you up?
I'm up 25 grand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This has never happened.
I was walking around with 50 racks
It almost
on me.
never happens this way.
It almost
Yeah,
never happens.
what?
That's why I was so happy. I literally walked by the fountain to go pick up Shake Drizzle listening to fucking the Ocean's 11 song.
The Bellagio was like, hey, that bald guy's borrowing some of the money we're keeping from him.
They
So-
they let me they put me on ice because I went back with Shake Drizzle. I was up 15K and I'm like, this is great. I take another 3 and I'm like, all right, Shake, let's teach you some blackjack. We go to the Bellagio. I run up that 3 to another 10 and I'm like, this is too good. Shake, we need to scram like Scooby Doo.
Meanwhile, Shake's tweeting the house always wins on his timeline.
Yeah, I told him you will lose. And I go back to the cage and they make me wait. They're like, we haven't approved your win yet. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, you were just there, right? I'm like, yeah. And they were like, okay. And they made me sit there. And I'm like, Shake, they're going to follow us around. We got to get out of here. But they gave me the money eventually. But they don't like when you beat them up like that.
They don't.
Anyway, did Jimmy beat him up?
So he was beating him up. He wrote it from 10K to like 250K.
My bitch.
Does Jimmy beat it up?
Is Jimmy making a clap in the casino?
He's
making a clap.
giving him back shots at the fucking...
No.
I know now.
You don't know.
no.
You don't know.
Do you think Jimmy knows it makes a sound?
He has his hose doing his work for him, and his hose is me and like sapnap.
Okay.
He has sapnap.
Holy, imagine how many people in this world can make Ludwig and Sapnap the host.
This was Sapnap's job. Sapnap was sitting on the far left. Actually, might have been puns. And since Mr. Beast was playing like all over, he'd play like, oh, I'm gonna go red this time, and then play a bunch of random numbers on the inside. He was playing 0. In one turn, he didn't play 0, and it hit, and he was really mad because he was going to do it in, and dealer was like, no. So then he went to like Sapnap, and he was like, you have to put this $500 chip on 0 every single turn. And every time
He gave him a
he
job.
would do that. And if he was ever late, Mr. Beast would be like, do your job. And he'd be like,
Hey, sell this tomato sauce in your little wagon on the streets,
yeah.
little boy.
I walk in and I'm like, I see there was 3 reds and I'm like, shmee shmop. I put like all my money. I have like $500. I put it on black, and Mr. B's like, oh, Luddy, you seem like you know what you're doing. And I was like, yeah. And he puts like 50K there. And I'm like, oh,
We're
cool.
the same, bro. If
And-
I had his money, we'd be the same, but I'd be broke and he'd still be rich.
And it hits. And he's like, wow, you know what you're doing. I'm following you next. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is stressful. And so I'm like, red. And he puts like 20K, whatever it is. And it hits. And he's like, wow, you're really good. And then he starts paying me out. He's like, I'm going to give you 1% of all my winnings. And I'm like, this is a tight gig.
Yeah.
This could go well pretty quickly. And he gives me like whatever, $500. And I start playing and I do good for like a couple others. And I say out loud, I'm like, I think I only got 2 more in me. I can only be lucky for so long. And I go like the wrong color. And he's like, ooh, didn't love that from you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll bring it back.
Daddy is not pleased with you.
Yeah, and I go black again and it misses again. He's like, wow. And then he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to go the opposite from what you do from now on. And he starts doing that. And then he starts winning. And he's laughing in my face as I'm losing like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And he's winning thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The whole time, by the way, he has this giant like 6'5" security guard. Great guy, sweet lad. He's
The same guy from the poker game?
Yeah, he's doing this. He's like, I told his mom I'd bring back some money.
Oh.
And he's like, Jimmy, maybe I take some when we bring it up to the hotel. And Jimmy's like, no, that's all right. Hey, can you call this guy like Chuck and tell him to bring more money? And he's like, no.
I remember we asked him when we were cashing out after the poker game because it took forever, and it was me, Ludwig, and that guy, and we were just like, you get used to it, huh? And he's just like, oh yeah. He was very cool.
I was just in Vegas with my brother, and I can't remember. I don't think I said this in the podcast, but we're playing Pai Gow. He's never played before. He's very excited to learn this new game. He's also wasted, and he's also the luckiest gambler of all time. And we're sitting there. I am down $3,000, which is the most I've ever been down in Vegas. And so I'm like, damn, I can't gamble anymore. I don't want to play any more games. So I'm just sitting with him while he plays Pai Gow and watching. And he goes, hey, and he hands me like $100 in chips. He's like, yeah, just play. You keep half. And I was like, okay. Usually when you gamble someone's money, you split the winnings or whatever. So I'm playing, and when you're at like a blackjack table or a Pai Gow table, there's like the progressive screen, and you just don't even look up there. You never fucking win it.
Yeah.
So I hit a progressive win on my Pai Gow hand. I won $1,000 off of a $15 bet. I got a straight flush in Pai Gow. I've literally never ever gotten on the progressive screen, and my drunk brother pops off. He's like, "Let's fucking go!" Gets up, he's hugging me, he's just saying shit to everyone, and then he takes the money and then he scoops it all back in, and then he just puts it in his bag. And now I no longer have money.
Yeah, good work.
And I'm not going to tell him, give me your money. But we had this kind of agreement that I was keeping half of whatever I won gambling for him.
The agreement changed.
So he changed it. And then later, after we're done playing Pai Gow, he goes, where's all the money you won? And I'm like, I gave it back to you. He goes, oh, I wanted you to keep half. And I was like, oh. And then he just didn't give me any. And I was like, I wasted all my luck on that fucking moment.
Yeah, he stole your luck.
And
it's
now
like when I got gifted a sub in Amaranth's
It's
chat.
stolen. It's all gone.
Yeah. That'll happen. Look, Vegas taketh away. I hope Shaky D right now at this very moment, right now this is a Sunday we're recording this. Shaky D is not out of Vegas yet.
Oh no.
He's up like $1,000 off a chip I gave him, and I don't want it back, but I want him to go up, and I want him to stay up. And I don't think he's going to.
I don't think he's going to.
He teamed with Junebug at Double Down, and Junebug, for people who don't know, was a really, really good Project M player. Still is, and also a very good Melee player. Played Sheik, but Junebug went to this tournament and played only Dr. Mario the entire weekend, and teamed with Shake Drizzle. And in singles, Junebug made a run to get into top 12 of this major tournament with only Doc, which is a bad character.
A character that he's only playing for a fun YouTube video he's making.
Yeah.
And he skipped out on his top 12 qualifier match to play on Sunday in finals to go see Shin Lim, the magician.
The GOAT?
The magician?
Yeah.
One of the best magicians
he has a really cool billboard, and he's doing this, and there's cards in the middle of his hands. And
Damn, it's a Shin Lin show.
It's Shin Lim, and it's all the same. He's just like tussling his hair, being hot, but then he just starts beating off. And everyone's just like, whoa!
Junebug's like, I went to the wrong one! Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that squad. That's Shake, Moki, what's his name? Jorge.
Is that Afghans?
In the plaid, yeah.
Dead center?
Yeah. Emmy.
That is so funny.
Dan's on the right. No, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's tight. I will wait. Can we talk about the other thing from the tournament, which is you alluded to it, the hbox bioweapon?
There was no illusion. It was just what happened.
Oh,
where
yeah.
hbox, he
Alluded.
Yeah. There was no illusion. It's still a noun.
But
Journalism.
alluded means you referenced it earlier.
Yeah.
But there was an illusion.
But I didn't. When you allude to something, I think it means that it's not real.
No. You're thinking of illusion and
No.
then combining it.
I'm not.
If you allude to someone, it means like you're hinting at it.
I alluded to it, but I didn't covertly, secretly say anything. I just said hbox has hepatitis,
Which he doesn't have. So you're alluding to that. Well, we don't know that it's hepatitis.
Right.
I'm right about this. You're a dumb English major. Pull up the definition of allude. Pull up the definition of allude.
You want to win?
Pull it up.
He wants to win.
Pull
He
it
didn't
up.
get any
I think Ludwig's
W's.
for sure right.
Ludwig is right.
We can't see because of the board. To call attention to, indirectly hint at. I didn't hint at anything. I just said he has it.
You hinted that hbox was a bioweapon at this tournament by saying he has hepatitis.
You're hinting at him having another disease because you are pretty confident, presumably, that he does not have hepatitis.
As someone who actually cares about the English language,
Hold it.
I would argue that
you, man.
it is not that I was being much more specific than an illusion would be. Do you understand me? Now, there's probably some play here. There's probably a little bit of...
Give Daddy some play here. I'm trying to get some play.
And you can give me some play in the parking lot.
I'm just a smarter English major. Anyway.
You really think that? Hey, pull up the DM that you wanted to talk about real quick.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is great. Smarter English major.
Another log in Ludwig texting.
I'm blocking your number. I just don't want to talk to you. I don't care to. Talk to Nick.
Why don't you want to be held accountable for the words you say?
The message out loud.
You don't want to be held accountable for when you talk to people? When you text people, you want to be held accountable?
Talk to me through Nick Yingling.
I want to genuinely know what you were thinking when you said this text. I want to know if this was a typo.
Yeah, go ahead, Master English major.
This is today at 12:40 because I understand crazy weekend with Mr. Beast. You missed your flight. It happens. We have to reschedule the time that we were going to record. So we're kind of trying to reschedule the premium episode. Understandable circumstance. And you send me text about you coming late. And then I say...
Only text Aiden for some reason, whose now job is to message all of us.
I say because you're asking when we do the premium. And I say probably going to do the premium in Oz. And then you just reply with, shouldn't the Australian premium?
No, I said should. I didn't say that. That's a lie. I said shouldn't the Australian premium be for the Australian episode? But then my data cut out and it didn't send until 4 minutes later, which is a complete thought.
Read your text.
No, I know. I just told you, you dumbass. It didn't send until 4 minutes later because I didn't have data. So I wrote, shouldn't the Australian premium be for the Australian episode? Which is a full thought.
Which you're saying is a W.
Data cut out.
Is having one.
Yeah.
I see. Hold on. I see. I'm gonna choose with the route of understanding here. You're saying that your data went out in the middle because you're breaking it up into multiple texts and you're continuing your sentence.
One text, shouldn't the Australian premium be for the Australian episode?
Okay, because from my end, these are like 5 minutes apart, right? And that's why I was confused because I just got the first part of the text which said, shouldn't the Australian premium? And I'm like, does that mean... we do it with the episode there?
Yeah, you sent him in the shadow realm.
It was annoying because I then saw you roasting me in the replies, but my text wouldn't send back.
I didn't roast you. I didn't roast you. I just said, what do you mean?
Is that a roast?
That was a roast. Because I knew this would happen.
Clarification.
Well, then you had a segment for the podcast about it.
Well, he wanted to bring it up. I didn't see his fucking phone.
So this is what I was doing, and I was like fucking annoyed. So then I sent a full paragraph.
This is a very reasonable explanation.
That explained everything.
This is a very reasonable explanation.
Let me tell you something. What does that mean is not a roast. It's just trying to get the info.
What does that mean? And then presumably he was in a group and he was like, check out this Ludwig text. And then he set up a segment for a podcast about it.
I didn't do that.
No.
I mean, I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
He said it before you came up because you took 7 years to hork down your burrito.
So it did happen.
But no, that's a great explanation because I was surprised by this. When you sent this first text and it just said that, I was really surprised because I feel like we've been having some breakthroughs in the communication department lately, and I was surprised that you would send a text like that.
Yeah, that he had a stroke and then touched his phone with his fingers.
Which isn't what happened. Vegas is a desert, it turns out.
Isn't what happened.
Also, you were late for a flight when every place you stay in Vegas is 3 miles from the airport.
And the whole premise of this conversation is you trying to make sure that something gets done because of the mistake that you made, which it's like you taking accountability for it. So I think the whole circumstance is great, and I'm not trying to make fun of you. I just thought that one text was very, very funny.
It was just an overshoot. I shot for a 9 a.m. flight at Vegas when I was there for one night, and I went to bed at like 4.
You were a sleepy bear.
It was just an overshoot.
You're
Yeah.
a sleepy bear. Did you press snooze? Did you look at your phone and say, I'll get
I
another
didn't set
flight?
an alarm
That's what I was gonna ask.
Why?
because I didn't have like a phone charger
Because God's gonna wake me up.
Why?
because I didn't have one. I didn't pack one. I didn't have a toothbrush. I haven't brushed my teeth in 48 hours.
I have a question. Are you packed for Australia?
No.
But he leaves like 4 days.
Oh, right. You
Yeah,
don't
he
leave
doesn't
with
leave
us.
with us.
later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Aiden's also not packed, but he does leave.
What?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Aiden packs real quick.
Also, I pack fast.
Also, we're going to Australia.
Yeah, we're going to Australia.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
what's up?
When this is up, we'll be in Australia.
Yeah, what's up, Kangas? Yeah.
You shouldn't say that.
Dude,
yeah, what's up, marsupials?
Why are you trying to fuck a marsupial?
You,
Yeah,
said, you
what's
just said
up?
Kanga. You just said Kanga with a soft A, and I feel like that's weird.
Yeah, it's not weird to say it like that.
Any marsupials wearing
What's up?
Lululemon?
Wombat.
Australia want to meet up.
Any marsupials that look like this?
I think the big thing, because I think we've loosely talked about going to Australia, maybe in different places. But the big change is that Ludwig has recently decided to go, so we're gonna do an episode there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is cool.
You time travel when you come back from
Dude,
Australia.
you know Chad from Chad from Cold Ones?
Yeah.
He's followed me for a while, and I think it's like adjacent to you. I've never spoken to him. I don't know him, and I've followed him since I was in like high school. And I DM'd him because we're going to Australia, and I was just like, where you guys live? It'd be cool to like meet up and do something. And he's like, when do you get here? And I told him the date. He's like, I'm in New Zealand, but I'll fly home early. My wife's going to be mad. And I'm like, okay, hold on. I don't know you yet.
I guess I'll go hang out with you. My wife is gonna be pissed.
I'm like,
but
you
I'll-
don't have to do that. Enjoy the trip with your wife.
I
That
must.
sounds lovely. You do not. And he's like, we'll figure it out. She's gonna be so pissed. And I'm like, stop doing this.
Oh,
I
please
don't.
don't change.
I
You
don't
just
know
I
know
won't
it
meet with
is.
you. I won't meet with you anymore.
We
yeah.
can skip. I'll come back.
You know what? I could kill her. If I just cut her head off,
he's
then
like,
she won't be mad.
You want
I'll
to kill
just
my
do that.
wife? I'll
just do
kill
that.
my damn wife.
He just sends you a screenshot. Booked a flight. She's yelling at me right now. Thanks.
That might happen.
I don't know. That might happen.
Yeah, that's cool.
That'd be a cool little crossover.
Yeah, we'll be there. It'll be nice. We're gonna fucking shake down some fucking ruse.
You know who else is in Australia apparently that would be weird to meet, I feel like, is How To Basic.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Australia.
The zipper
reportedly.
of Gold Ones.
Smashing food.
Certainly, he's not open to just meeting people he doesn't know.
Yeah,
I
isn't
am-
his whole thing anonymous?
Yeah.
I've heard that's not the case.
Anemone.
Oh,
It's like there's fish in it.
No, I get it. It's the Nemo reference.
yeah.
No, what?
Did you ever?
What? Have you seen
Did you
Finding
ever
Nemo?
get bricked up to that movie?
Don't- To Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
There is like 2 humans in that movie, and
That-
one is a child.
That wasn't the question.
Okay, so you're
at
saying to
all.
the fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously the fish, you fucking freak.
Which fish?
Well, or the boatmen.
The boatmen? Aren't they like just the legs?
Yeah. But boy, are they
Yes,
thick.
sir.
The-
A couple of
the-
bears on the ocean.
Them seagulls saying my, and I'm getting fucking bricked.
What about the turtle who is a cool surfer dude?
Dude, noggin.
Cool surfer dad.
No, well, not noggin.
Crush.
What?
Brush.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Not the baby turtle,
let
you
him crush.
fucking freak.
No, they say
What's the
noggin.
matter with
That's
you?
the voice line.
Yeah, but
they
you're
do.
talking about the baby turtle. You're talking about dicking him down.
What?
No, he's talking about digging down the big turtle.
I am talking
I'm
about dicking down
quoting
big
the
turtle.
movie to be
He
clear.
was quoting the movie.
No one wants the movie to be quoted.
No one's getting
You brought up Finding Nemo.
and being erect at it, which no one was on board with.
Oh, really? Zipper?
We're going there.
What is Zipper gonna do for you? What? How is Zipper gonna help you here?
Look at that winning smile. You know what he's about. You know what the fuck he's done.
He's thumbing down, if anything. Yeah, I think Australia would be tight though. It's going to be 3 days.
What made you just
You
want
were
to go?
hating on it 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's
things,
the annoying part.
Things aligned.
No, there's just streamers there now, so you're excited.
Oh,
things aligned.
really? Oh, man, I thought...
That's what it is, bro.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I'm gonna
See,
do-
I don't get mad anymore. I just accept that.
I'm going to do cold ones. And then I'm going to hang out with Trash Taste guys. And then I'm going to stream Phantom. And then we're going to do pods. So those 4 things.
Yeah, but if
It's
it
a
was
pretty
only
packed trip.
when it was only the second 2, you were like Australia's boring. Who wants to go there? Not a good pod episode. Also cringe.
Yeah, you
I think
called-
that's
you
my
called
beef.
Aiden a slur.
That's my very
Yeah.
specific beef. Is that you're like Australia's gonna be cool. And 3 months ago, you were like, Australia seems kind of boring.
Yeah, but now I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited that you're going.
I also found out it's winter there, which is cool.
I
was looking at the
weather.
weather, and I was like, damn, I can wear all the clothes I can't wear here while it's a fucking 100 degrees all the time.
It's only going to be like 70 something.
No,
boys.
it's colder than that.
No.
Not what the weather app said.
Yeah, like
Fuck you want
65?
from me?
I also think it's cool that if you fly, I think this is so, I don't know why no one else is excited. If you fly from Australia to LA at like noon on a Sunday, you arrive at 9 a.m. on the same Sunday.
We get it.
This is like
we know.
Hassan. This is like
Me and Ludwig was explaining this, and me and Ludwig both look at each other into the same thing where it's like, we could never grow up. We just keep flying there.
I'm just mauling in the office listening to them talk about this. This is like Hassan tweeting. He's like, bro, the sun goes down at like 9:30 and comes up at 4:30 because he's in the UK right now. I'm that's just how latitude works.
Okay, well, to be fair, I was in Vancouver and thought the same thing, but I was just happy about it.
Yeah,
I wasn't mystified. I just liked it.
Is cool.
How would I do that?
When people who have lived in LA or near the equator their entire life just fucking go to another city.
Sorry, my daddy doesn't fly a plane. I can go to Singapore.
That's a good
when
point.
I'm 7.
You've traveled. You grew up in France. You spent half of your life going to France every summer.
You went to Saudi Arabia and support their slave regime.
That's true.
I have not
You
been to
do,
Saudi
and you
Arabia.
have done that.
Aiden supports what? And then it's me soy jacking, and it's Aiden with a slave.
And it's the football stadium.
You're telling me if we get an email and they're like, could we have MBS on the podcast? You guys wouldn't say yes.
Martin Bailey Scott?
Who's MBS?
The guy who produced the season 2 of The Office?
No, Marquise Brownlee. He's the tech YouTuber.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, MBS.
Hey, if you're watching, we love your shit.
Yeah, he made that video about that phone with the big camera.
Oh, it's so
that's a big camera.
It's a big camera to be on a phone.
I can't believe you still had some of your own videos.
The Sony sensor in there. It's cool.
Love that guy. Yeah, get him on. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that guy makes great videos.
Who is MBS?
Mohammed bin Salman.
Oh.
What,
right.
He's
Mohammed bin Salman. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I've been saying,
I was
brother.
thinking about that, and I couldn't.
All right.
I couldn't get there.
He's a politician who is a crown prince, deputy prime minister, and minister of
Damn,
defense.
he's sexy.
So this is the guy who is like, all right, we will open some movie theaters, but we still get to kill journalists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a good trade.
Yeah, I feel like that's a W.
How many
big
is
dub.
it? Is it IMAX? Like, what are we talking?
Yeah, like,
And like what journalists? You know, like is it,
Yeah.
is it Breitbart? Are they French people? Like, should we care? Is what I'm saying.
Michael Barbara put him in the White Room. 30 days.
Yeah, like you're saying, like they sacrifice a journalist instead of they get killed in the action.
No, yeah, it's like Dark Souls. You have to link the journalist flame at the end of every cycle.
It's like Paper Mario. You just throw one in and it goes, and it spits out a random movie. It's like
oh man, Top Gun again.
You use kind of a shorter journalist from a shitty art magazine. And it comes like cheaper by the dozen. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, you throw in like a hot, cool journalist, you get like fucking Infinity War.
You throw Aiden in, you get fucking Planet Earth. And you're like, fuck, I wanted a movie.
Planet Earth is really popular, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
important.
let's circle back to it. As we speak, at this very moment, Double Down, which is a tournament happening in Las Vegas, California, is a tournament that is happening
In Las Vegas, California.
in Las Vegas. There's Double Down. It's a tournament.
And it's Melee tournament
It's
that's
got
happening
Melee
in-
and Ultimate, and Melee Top 12 has been going on today.
and Rivals and Cake Assault won again.
That's true. We were watching Rivals and be like, man, this is hard to watch visually. and then Aiden was like, damn, Cake Assault did it again. And then we all just got upstairs.
One character fills.
did he pop off?
fills the screen with smoke. I can't see anything.
That's true. It's hard
the
to see
character
what's going on.
Literally fills the screen with smoke in a
That's true.
fighting game.
Yeah,
I need to watch
It's
the
like having
characters.
yingling in your game.
Yeah, that is. It's like playing Mario Party where he hits the vape and then he just blows it into the screen.
Anyway,
Ooh,
It'd be
Joe
cool if
took
the
your stock
character
on
had
that
that
one.
line.
I'm
Dude,
sorry.
I saw a tweet earlier that just said like, "Rip Joe, you were the best," and it's like someone's eulogy Twitter post, and I just thought about sending it to Nick Yingling and be like, "Not me, bro.
Yeah, nice try.
Not gonna give me, bro."
How much you pay this guy?
Nice try to Joe Dye.
All right, so hbox, he's a buff player. You heard of the kid.
Everyone
You
knows
know what he
Juan,
did.
bro. Everybody know the goat.
You
He's
heard the
fu-
screams?
he's fucking shows up. He can you pull up the tweet zipper? It's like probably the first one on if it's not already an apology post.
He got fucking oppressed.
The woke mob really took one to
I actually think liberals went too far this time.
this time they might have. Let's see who cancels who.
Somebody had a banger, and it was hbox doing exactly what we all joked Kyle Shields would do.
That was Kyle. Kyle tweeted that.
Is
the
it-
thing people joke about me doing, he's doing. But yeah, it's the one zipper where he's like, it's his COVID test and it's negative, and he said went to the doctor because he was feeling like shit.
I wonder if he deleted it.
And he was
by
like,
now.
yeah, he might have. Coughing up blood. The doctor says it's either COVID or it's a bacterial infection in my throat. And then he just immediately says in parentheses, it's not COVID.
Yeah, and then it shows the certificate from Benchwarmers that says I am 12. Don't worry, guys, not COVID.
Yeah, he's what's the business kid in BoJack Horseman? It's like the 3 kids in a
Oh,
coat.
I didn't watch BoJack.
Oh,
I think he
so
deleted
funny.
it, so I sent it to you on Discord, Zipper.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aiden.
He still showed up and beat SFAT and then left.
Yeah, he looked like he was in Shadow of the Colossus at the end of the game when you're like, all the demons are taking your soul away and you're all haunted and
Dude,
ghoulish.
he had martyrdom on.
Yeah.
You gotta take SFAT with him, bro.
Oh, God, dude.
He looks like shit.
Yeah. Look at his eye makeup. He's like, oh, this COVID's really kicking
Yeah,
my
so he
ass.
said he was bleeding from the mouth. He was throwing up like blood, and he went to the doctor, not COVID, but then showed up not wearing a mask.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine he's got a mask on and he takes it off after the set, just caked in blood on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, and then
I like how the new meta is like the only disease we have to worry about is COVID. No other illnesses can be transferred.
yeah. Okay, so here it is.
I definitely woke up this morning and flew up blood.
Flushed emoji. This is not a joke. He literally put the flushed emoji, like the blushing guy. Went to urgent care at 6 a.m. They said it's COVID or bacterial infection in my throat / uvula, which means he has a vagina. It's not COVID. Anyway, I got antibiotics plus steroids via a shot on my butt. Now I got to play Losers Black and Melee. I didn't see this part. It's a COVID test, and then also a picture of him face palming, but it's kind of like a thumbs up also.
I do want to see what Steve said.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
just trying to show the wrist wear.
Steve, the CEO of Team Liquid, says, "Dude, take it easy."
If you don't start feeling better with all those shots and stuff, rest up. He did not tell him to stop competing because it's time to bring home that fucking bag.
Hey,
Either way.
TL gonna win when TL wants to
Steve
win.
is like, look, Juan, you've seen the books, and you need at least 2 more sets.
Hbox throws up blood. Same tweet, except it's a spread pic.
That'd be fucking
And
so
he's just
funny.
like, yeah, woke up and flew up blood. But check out the bands.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about how he still beat SFAT though.
Okay, so he beat SFAT
Like,
in this
kinda
ghoulish
goated.
state.
Poor Zach.
Kind of
Like literally a zombie walking the earth. He still beats SFAT, one of the best Fox players around.
You kind of got bio-boxed.
and then he probably most likely is looking at his phone, seeing people take a dump all over him. For one, not wearing a mask because he has Florida DNA, and also doing this whole thing and saying no, it's not COVID. And then he just DQs himself, probably because it was like insane. And so that's where we're at now. And I thought it'd be fun to try to predict. Yeah, gonna DQ for safety. This was after he looked at Twitter.
Also escorted myself out of the venue. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
It's just a fun way of saying I left.
Also, my people took me out. It's like
he
my
just cuffed.
So I thought it'd be fun because this is in the thick of it right now. I think we should try to anticipate what his apology tweet is.
He doesn't make one.
No, I think he says nothing more than
Why
this.
does he need
I
to
don't think he- I
apologize,
don't think he
bro?
makes one.
Sorry, the
The
goat
one-
wanted
the
woke
one.
mob used the scamdemic to push him out of the venue.
The goat wanted to grind. Like fuck you guys, straight up.
Juan hits the timeline tomorrow. Up yours, moralist.
Yeah.
He's gonna tweet. He's gonna be like, "Juan Demic got me again." Flushed emoji.
Yeah, and then it's like a deep fried and he's like a Supreme hat.
do you guys think Juan shuts down the Gucci store?
Yes.
No.
Juan shuts down the Gucci
No,
store.
he doesn't shut down the Gucci store. He does not
Bit
at
of a
all.
Celeb.
Hey guys,
No, he
we're gonna need you to leave. Okay,
No,
sorry.
he shuts down the Gucci store because he has fucking COVID.
Yeah, he's coughing all the shoes.
Because he's coming in with blood all over his shirt. He's like, "You guys have the cool
How much
slippers?
is how much is this one?
Do you have any female associates?"
Oh,
Dude,
was
he's,
thinking about-
he's the goat.
I was thinking about what you said, how everybody just worries about COVID as if it's the sole sickness that you could get. Because the most sick I have been in the past 5 years was the Genesis before COVID hit the States.
Jenna sickness, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll get you.
Yeah, one's like, went to the doc, not COVID. It's in parentheses, just malaria. Gonna come for one more
I've
match.
got consumption.
Anyway, don't make contact with me or it's a really
I
horrible
also
death.
brought a jar of mosquitoes that I'm going to open on stage.
West Nile. The mosquitoes are still on me.
You know what I was thinking about the other day, because I took a flight and I just like wearing a mask. I always just wear it. And now it's funny because if you don't wear a mask, you are considered like a pussy by some people. But it's like, those people are basically saying, oh, I like being sick. Like in general.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's to not get sick at all.
We were talking about this. Like when you wore a mask before COVID, you were just a person who's careful, like at events and stuff.
Yeah.
But now your Uber driver's like, what's that for?
Yeah. it's like, well, do you like being sick? And they got to be like, well, yeah, I guess.
And they're like, I think the whole thing's blown out of proportion.
Yeah, it does suck that it's warped into a statement, because when I got super sick in January before COVID, like I was wearing masks on planes because it was like, yeah, I'm very sick right now, but I need to go somewhere. I should probably not breathe in people's faces.
Yeah.
I remember we all stole someone's mask. There was like one person that had a shit ton of masks and we all bummed them because we were scared of getting Jenna sickness.
Yeah,
And then
I
still
have a
got it.
picture that I post every now and then. It's me. I cut a hole in my mask and I put a cigarette in it, and I thought that looked funny. And that was before COVID was a thing. So
That's how COVID was invented.
yeah, that's
Those were the two variables that unlocked it.
yeah. I Wu-tanged my mask and it mixed with all the cool
Modern
chemicals.
day Mad Men.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Dude, do you see that Joe?
not
Actual
me,
Joe.
bro.
Fuck you.
No, sir.
Sorry.
Fuck you,
No,
bro.
sir.
Not
My bad.
happening in this pod.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Joe from the Yard Patreon, he paid for cameos for Josh. Did you guys watch those?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Dude, one of them was from Shoenice.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Shoenice?
I didn't finish the
Yeah.
shoe
I'm
nice one.
surprised that guy is alive.
Isn't it crazy, dude? I was around when Shoenice ate a full toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
How do you survive that?
With heart.
Wait, did he eat the core?
He
Did
ate
eat the roll
everything.
too?
Or
He ate the whole
With all the
thing.
seeds and everything.
the heart of the artichoke.
Dude, the video of him slamming the whole bottle of Absolute vodka in 10 seconds is crazy. And then he goes, Shoenice.
I always like before. I think it'd be so funny
he
if you...
does. Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
He comes out of all of those videos. He ends every video like what a fucked up porn star looks like at the end of a blowjob. just tears streaming down his face, just like sobbing, like I did it for you.
Yeah, he's always like, thank you.
Do you think before he like busts down or maybe like goes down on somebody, he's like, shoe nice.
Let's go for 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Shoe nice eats your pussy in 3 seconds flat.
I'll be in that shit like Shoenice. Dude, there's a rapper named Since99 who's kind of adjacent to like Babytron, and he has a bar where he says like eat the beat up like Shoenice.
Oh, nice.
And that's why he's the goat.
That's hype.
Yeah.
Do you guys are you guys gonna replace me?
With Carl?
You, Carl?
Yeah.
You gonna replace
You're
me?
replaceable.
Dude, so you
You think so? Did that prove it?
Did you finish the whole episode?
Yeah, I did.
So there was a part where he was like, me and Hassan were talking about like getting the front yard.
Yeah, the front
when
yard.
cutting Ludwig. We were like, oh, it's fine. And then I saw Hassan completely like a week later at Ludwig's birthday, and he comes up. He's like, yeah, so I have an idea for like a podcast called The Front Yard with me, you, and Carl. And he brought up independently.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is gonna actually
when he
happen.
brought up the joke too, because I heard across the room, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's really happening.
Here's the thing.
Hey, we're getting
can't,
freezed out, you and
'cause
me.
he doesn't live close enough.
Well,
He won't move.
Oh, I'll go.
What? You'll go?
Yeah.
You would move to North
Wow.
Carolina.
Carl had a nice
If I
house.
had look, after I saw their setup, she signed me up, brother.
Yeah, the Iron Church
Zipper
was
2
really...
is just
And I tell
that?
you what,
Number two's there.
I love Catan, and I've always said that.
I'll play Catan the rest of my life.
They did have so many versions of Catan.
I will put a picture of any CEO he wants up in my bedroom. I don't care.
Dude, yeah, I listened to the episode and I was like, fuck, it's funny. Son of a bitch.
you're just gonna yes man him all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
What do you think we do with you?
I'm on the front yard.
You
I made the cut.
No man me to a too high of a degree, possibly.
Excuse me?
You no man me to too high
When's
of
the
a
last
degree.
time I no-manned you?
When you said I was wrong about eluding,
Oh, well, you were.
you were wrong.
Wait, you?
No, I don't think I was wrong.
What?
I genuinely think that.
You called it. You said eluding is when something didn't happen.
Yeah, but
You know
I
what?
still think I used it. Or he
Grippers
used
in your
it
shot.
in the wrong.
Grippers in your shot
context.
for the rest of the ep.
That's like that
What
doesn't
is on
punish
your
me.
toe? What is on your toe?
That rewards other
That is
people.
gross.
So my
Oh shit.
my grippers got the fur involved. I wanted to. So,
Grippers with the fur.
so I got
Did you
the.
get-
What's going on over there?
Why are you eyeing me?
What the fuck is going on?
What was that?
I don't know. Something on my toe. I just got it
There,
off.
okay, all right. Listen,
Yeah,
woke
toe
mob
stuff.
an audio. There was a piece of debris on Ludwig's toe that flicked almost over into his mouth, and I don't know what it was. It was like a black peppercorn or something.
It was very weird.
Piece of tape.
It was a piece
Anyway.
of tape on your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
this is why we're replacing you, by the way,
Why?
for your 3-minute segments on pieces of tape.
What the fuck did I do? I'm funny.
You're funny. This is fine. So I'm wearing the Birks, aka the lesbian threes, or whatever you want to call them. And before I bought these, I reached out to Phil, who styled Ludwig for Mogul Money Live, a stylist designer friend we have. And I said, I want to buy these. Do you like them? And then Phil comes back to me and sends me the Rick Owens versions, that the collaboration of Rick Owens and Birkenstocks that are much more expensive.
He's the only designer I know about.
And
Because,
and I was like, those are really expensive, and they look better, but they're not as different. Where I'm like, I just don't. These are already kind of expensive. I'm still gonna buy the cheaper ones, and I bought the cheaper ones, and I was happy with my purchase, and I wore them. And I went down to the local coffee shop where we always had to go and hang out. And right when I walk in, the barista that everyone at the coffee shop we go to, they all dressed fucking cool.
Yeah,
and all
what's up
styled.
with that?
It's fucked up. Like
how are
they're
they
all-
affording that shit?
It's like, isn't it hot? Are you hot in here? Fucking working? Getting coffee on that
lattes
shit?
don't make the world
And I
go
walk
round.
in and he goes, "Yo, are those the Rick Owen Burks?" And I had to say no, and I understood.
Yeah, you had the Balenciagas.
I had the fucking ball Cienegos, and he's like, and I was like, damn, I should have bought the cool ones.
How much were they?
The more
The
expensive
Rick Owens.
ones. I don't remember. They were very expensive. They were like $800, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Rick Owens is cool. I had a friend when I played Dota, and he had a friend who was really into K-pop. That's how I got into K-pop. And this friend was super into K-pop groups and Rick Owens specifically. And we all would hang out in calls all night. And I know a shitload about Rick Owens and his whole philosophy based on just being friends with this guy.
Yeah.
Also, as someone who dresses in Amazon t-shirts and
At the storefront in LA, Zipper, you can find this if you go to Yelp and type in Rick Owens. It's one of the photos.
he's so money. He's just so money.
There's a bench that is Rick Owens. And he's upside down, and he's the thing you're sitting on. It's really creepy.
It's so money.
I also had an idea. Was it me and you? Maybe I had this idea independently. Yeah, that's the Rick Owens
What
chair
the fuck?
in the changing room.
I want to be him so bad.
I wanted to commission someone to make one of those of Aiden, and then I wanted to give it to you for your new place.
Oh, that'd be fine.
And
I thought you were
dude-
saying put it in a park somewhere. And
No,
then,
it's
don't do
Aiden
that.
with a glass table on top, and he's just holding it up.
Yeah.
And then we put it in your living room.
What if we made
Yeah.
a fuck doll of Aiden?
So that's what I
Aiden
didn't
fucked
want to
all,
happen.
And he's got a tight little butthole.
Yeah.
That's what
Come on.
Because if you put that Rick Owens bench, someone's coming on that guy's face.
It looked like he was ready to get plowed.
Yeah, and I don't want that for you, Aiden.
Then why
But
not?
I do want to make you a fuck doll.
No, I don't want to make you a
You
fuck
don't want
doll.
that?
No.
Oh, me
I
neither. I
think
was
we
kidding.
need to draw the line. I don't want Aiden.
Wow.
I don't want Aiden to get his little sweet butt fucking taken
Why'd you say it
advantage
like
of.
that then?
Because
You said
it's
it like you
sweet.
wanted it.
It is sweet.
Yeah, but you're not saying it
It's
like
like
you have
candy.
disdain. You're not trying
his
to.
butt's like candy to
Your
me.
argument's weaker by the moment.
Wait.
It's not weak.
His
I don't
butt's
know.
like candy to you, but you don't want a fuck bot?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
What's up? I'm running for Congress.
And I'm against gay marriage.
Wait, well, what about all that?
Yeah, you got a sweet little candy butt, and I want it all to myself. Will your
Does that make sense to you, Aiden? Are you following?
Do you
He seems
understand?
confused. He seems confused, to be honest.
Your butt's like Skittles to my mouth.
Your butt is like Skittles to my mouth, Aiden.
Do you understand me?
Dude,
And I want you to know that.
me and Aiden, we're going to move on. So me and Aiden,
Wait. Your butt's like candy to me. Do you understand me?
I want to wrap you in nerd's rope.
Your butt's like a Snickers bar, but it's all inside out.
Yeah.
I want to dip you in. I want to
Your-
dip you in flax
your
seeds
butt-
like a fun dip.
Your butt's like cherry fun dip to me. And I got all the chalk you'll ever need.
You
So Trash Day says 20%
Yeah.
women? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
a
think
lot-
higher,
we're a lot
maybe.
lower.
Maybe 30.
me and Aiden are last night we were doing our postcards, and we all get this email at the same time that's to bid on potentially getting an upgrade.
I saw that.
You
Yeah.
have to win the bid versus the other
I hate
people
this
To
shit.
get a business class
to
flight.
get a
on
business
your-
class flight on our Australian flight. And I haven't bid, and Aiden has bid. And I say to Aiden, I go, "What'd you bid?" And he goes, "I'm not fucking telling you," because he thinks I'm gonna outbid him and try to get it.
Oh,
from
that's
him.
fucked up. This is also corporate fun, so you need to disclose this to me.
So he's like,
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's right.
I actually forgot about that. Yeah.
I thought so.
so anyway, Aiden wouldn't tell me how much he bids, so I get salty, so I go bid,
Also
I don't-
corporate funds.
and I don't tell Aiden what I bid.
Okay.
And Aiden, after I bid, has the fucking gall to look at me and go, "What did you bid?"
What?
And I'm like, "I'm not going to tell you."
Why did you ask?
Because you can reopen
Oh,
Did you think
I thought it was all said
it.
and
No,
done.
it's not locked.
Did you know you could open it again?
Yes.
You dog. What are you doing?
Why would you ask
Are you
again? Are you
rebidding?
bidding right now?
Are you bidding right now while we're potting?
How much is it?
No.
Dude, my bro's bidding and potting.
Dude, how much is it?
My bro's bidding right now.
Is it a lot, Ludwig? Tell me, Ludwig.
God damn it! I missed the window.
Oh.
He bid like 1,500.
No, I didn't.
wow.
No, I didn't.
Did you increase it?
All to be able to lay down.
No, they're
Interesting.
pretty lit.
It's in AUD.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
AUD.
Like, it's like-
It's like $7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Monopoly money.
Yeah.
I can't believe he
literally
asked
fake.
me.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, because
what went through your head?
Maybe this is my thought process. Is I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Except like dignity and respect.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yeah,
care
but-
about those things, bro.
Right. They're invisible. They
he
don't
should have
count.
looked at me and said, "May the best man win." Not what
did you bid?
I'm not telling him. He can fuck. I don't. He's gonna call.
Well, we can't change
He's
it.
gonna
now.
call and be like,
we can't change it now.
No, he's gonna call and be like, "My dad's a pilot. Does that mean
Yeah,
that I know?"
he
like,
knows
you would
secret
do that.
threats.
yeah,
Don't
he knows
give
the
him
fucking
this.
secret. Fuck this
Yeah.
guy.
You would
Go
do that.
fuck yourself.
This guy flies
Thomas
fucking
Strada,
low.
What he
go
does
fuck
is he
yourself.
pulls up to the desk when they first arrive. He goes, "So you know my daddy? My daddy knows how to fly these planes."
You know Straight Line McKeg, right? So I'm his son.
Yeah,
And they all go.
You walk up with some aviators. What's up, my dad's hot. Can I get business class right now?
I'm Goose's son. That's you. You think
no,
you're Top Gun?
Your dad wouldn't be a goose. He's a survivor. He lives.
He's-
Okay,
no, he's a
well,
maverick.
He still is alive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, this joke, I'll
What?
make it again in like 40 years. Whatever.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'll make the joke again in 40 years.
When
His
Aiden's dad is
dad
dead?
dies.
Oh, you know,
And then-
you know what I do think is really funny, and this is funny to call out. I think because I don't know if it would have played out how I thought, but my parents were in Vegas this weekend.
Dude.
And
No,
okay,
Dad.
no. What do we?
Well,
we don't need to talk about that
his
one.
parents are in Vegas this
No.
weekend, and Aiden, I find this out because he goes up to me.
No, I don't want to talk.
Wait, what is
Yeah.
this?
It's not
I don't
a
wanna
pod
say it on the
joke.
pod.
I don't want
Oh,
to
it's
say
a
it
pod
on
joke.
the pod.
It's a
I
pod
don't
joke.
understand. Let's pull the
He doesn't
whole
understand.
thing.
He's like, oh, I got bad
Let's pull the hard way.
man.
Because I'm also going to Vegas
Pull the
one night
whole-
only.
Yeah.
And I find out
yeah.
'cause-
Maybe,
And-
Aiden, you're being incredibly rude.
maybe
to this story.
don't keep
Aiden
talking.
comes up to me
And-
and he goes, so my mom's in Vegas this weekend, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, maybe you two link up. I was like, what? And he's
And-
like, well, yeah, my dad bailed, so she's all alone. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, she's looking for a good time.
Yeah. She's looking for a stud.
Hold on, this is exaggerated.
Is that
This
true?
Is exaggerated.
Is your beautiful, lovely mother looking for a stud?
My mommy needs a big boy tonight. She needs a maverick.
This is what happened. Is my mom and dad were going to Vegas this weekend, and I was gonna go meet them originally, but I could not because like this week just got too busy. But for the first part, my mom got there first for like a day without my dad because he had something to do for work, so he was gonna get there a day late. And my mom, when she was telling me about this trip, I told her, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like Ludwig and some of our other friends from around the country are going to be in Vegas for like this Mr. Beast event and
She's like, oh,
Double
Tyler
Down,
won?
like a Smash
Hype.
tournament. And she's like, oh, I finally get to meet Double Lift, which was weird because
Yeah.
I don't usually bring him up. And she kept asking like where you were doing the event. because I think she had this idea that she could like check out what you were doing that weekend. Like it was an
I'm just
open
gonna stop
thing.
by.
Yeah, like a booth.
Yeah.
It's
And I think I told her, I was like, yeah, it's in like the Luxor. And that's
It's weird because we linked up at my hotel room instead.
We were sitting in the come on, man.
Encore.
We were sitting in the office. And I was just like, my mom. That's how I brought it up. Like my mom's in Vegas this weekend.
But he said it in
She's
a
like-
way that
she's not hanging out with anybody.
I couldn't link up with her after that unless I was going to go fuck his mom because he said it in such a sexually suggestive way.
Yeah.
Well, because I thought it'd be
See,
funny.
this is what I missed out on by not being in the house.
But
And you were late to the flight?
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
is that what gambling with Mr. Beast means? Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going beast mode.
Yeah. No.
I let my mom fuck one of my friends.
Anyway.
He calls his dick Mr. Beast.
My dad was there yesterday, right? While you're still in Vegas. And my dad is texting me, but there's little like typo errors and stuff. So I think my dad was drunk texting me.
No, that was me using his phone.
Which oh, come on.
He got involved.
Let's just say the longer they keep their hands on, they win $1,000.
That's when I take their hands off my mom gets to marry her.
Come on. My parents don't drink very much. It's funny to get a drunk text from my dad because like it just never happens. And
I think about curving it sometimes.
I'm in the sky right now.
I've thought about turning once or twice.
I hope the autopilot don't fail.
Hey,
Out of fifth of cherry vodka, dare me to fly.
I'm really sorry about those texts last night. I would never turn
like
a plane.
texting me a lot. He's like asking what I'm up to right now.
Have you seen your
He
mother?
sent me like a nice thing. He's like, he's like, I wish we wish you were here. Like that's like a nice sentiment, right? And we're still doing the postcards. Like an hour passes. And it's like, I think it's almost midnight. And my dad texts me again. And he just sends me, what's Ludwig's number?
That's really funny.
Which is really funny because I think my dad wants his number so that he can call you to see if my mom and dad can meet up with you that night.
Well, if she can meet up with...
Yeah. And I just call an audible. I'm like, Dad, he's at like a poker event right now. I don't think
you
he can hang out. I don't
coward.
even
You're
answer
a
the
coward.
question
You're a
directly.
coward. You're a coward.
Because
You were
I
talking all
afraid.
sweet in
You
the
were
house
afraid.
you
before
were on the
Ludwig left.
stream. You were on a stream. I didn't want to
For
give your
5
fucking...
minutes...
Well, he did dip out from poker.
He dipped
early.
out way early.
Yeah, I played one
You
hand.
capped.
We
to your
turned
own
off, we
goddamn
turned off the
dad.
broadcast. We didn't know that.
No, you did
No, he
not turn
left.
it off before I left.
No, remember we kept
If
saying
it
where's
was
Ludwig?
12,
Yeah, because
there's
I
a
thought you were
timeline.
You say something about buying in for $15K, and then
And punting
I
to
thought
go
you were
somewhere.
punting $15K, and I thought you were coming back to the
No,
stream
I
later.
played
or
one
something.
5K hand because I didn't want to be disrespectful,
So
and
that's
then I left.
He
I
was,
thought
he
you
was
were
setting
coming
up
back.
rose petals in the Bellagio suite.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wish I hung out with your mom and dad.
Honestly, that'd be fucking fun. Imagine I run up a couple grand with Aiden's
I
parents.
actually do think my parents are fun people to hang out with, especially in that environment.
Aiden, can I
so-
take-
Yeah, they are.
Not in that way.
They are.
Stop saying it like this. This is.
I just said they're fun
I don't
to hang
like
out
this.
with.
I
No,
made.
what happened? Why are you mad? He just said they're
I
fun
just
to
said
hang
they're
out
fun to
with.
hang out with.
I'm sure your dad's great too.
Listen, I would do.
Guys
I would
are
do.
sick.
Listen to me. I would do anything for her. Just that's all I wanted to tell you.
Shorty, give me one chance.
I would do anything for her.
Unthinkable things.
Okay, so just know that.
Unthinkable.
You know, can you just?
We are all uninvited to Thanksgiving, by the way.
Can we go to your
Fuck you
family
guys,
reunion,
dude.
by the way?
The family reunion.
dude. So we were talking to. I'm going to a family reunion the weekend after we get back from Australia, and I brought this up when it was me, Ludwig, and Yingling in the office, and Yingling immediately says, "Yo, can I come?" Like, because he's joking.
Can't
He
take
just
him
wants to
anywhere,
insert
bro.
himself into any situation. But I'm like, yes, you can. You actually can come if you want to. You're allowed. Like, it would be awesome if you came with me to my family reunion. That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He immediately backs down.
Yeah.
And he starts asking me to buy his flight. I'm like, what?
I can't handle him. I yelled at him earlier today. I
Yeah.
said, I cannot be there for a fucking week with you, Nick Yingling. If you're commenting on every road sign you see, I'm going to fucking shoot myself. Do
Okay.
not do it.
We decided this last night because we realized Yingling had bought his flight to go to Australia. He's coming on the trip with us, right? He is not going on the same flight of as us. So we're all flying direct. Yingling has a 12-hour layover
In
in
Fiji.
Fiji
Yeah.
alone.
I don't even know where that
He
is.
said, "On God, as an American, can I go to Fiji?"
Dude, you know what? You know what?
Like it was Saudi Arabia.
You know what he unironically fucking said to us? He's in the room and he goes, "Fuck, there's no fucking like Vegas like suites in Fiji. There's only like beachside hotels."
A real sentence that came out of his mouth.
Whole sentence.
The first time Yingling has left the country was Vancouver, like a month ago.
And I'm like, you want like the strip there? What is your point?
He's my goat.
No,
I love that guy.
He's gonna land, and he's just gonna have to figure it out. I don't want to deal with Yingling.
That's the same soul that's the American tourist soul that has people go to fucking Disneyland every time instead of going anywhere else.
You're saying Nick Yingling's true calling is Disneyland?
Yeah,
I see.
I think he'd be happy there.
Yeah,
He would be. It's safer for him.
Anyway, he's gonna rent a nice villa in Fiji and take photos alone in the villa for this 10-hour period.
We told him the yard would pay for one night in a suite in Fiji if he took 100 photos for a Nick Yingling experience slideshow.
Yeah,
that we got to
need
talk
that.
about on the episode next.
I would love that very much. That's a great idea.
But he also, me and the Yingling last night when Aiden gave up, and when Aiden goes to bed on postcards, and me and Yingling were in the fucking trenches 1 a.m. finishing them all. We watched a ride through of one of the Super Mario World like rides that exist. And he goes, "This is like Disneyland, but Mario."
He's like Hassan. He goes, I love anime.
Yeah,
Dude, I can't fucking.
And I'm like,
I love you.
I
so
literally
much.
alone in a room with him. I said, "Yeah, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a fucking amusement park."
And what did he say to that?
He just didn't say anything.
You should respond.
And then
because when you talk, you should be intending to have a response.
He pointed at the sky in the video and said, "Is that really the sky?
No.
Or are they in a room?"
You're fucking
No, I'm dead serious. He goes, "Are they in a room?" And I'm like, "How big would the room have to be, Yingling?"
Well, today's a
my
holiday
God,
for Yingling, if you don't know. It's 7/10, which is National Dab Day.
It's also National Capybara Day. So
Well, the dab.
I should have the day
dab
off.
users are trending on Twitter, so
So are the capybaras.
fuck 'em.
No, don't say
Fuck 'em.
that. No.
Hey, fuck them.
Ludwig, don't say
Fuck-
that.
fuck 'em.
Fuck them.
Don't
Oh,
say
fuck them.
Don't transition into some sort of British accent about capybaras.
You know why it's National Dab Day, by the way?
710
Because Noel saw his shadow.
It's actually a really dumb reason. It's because upside down, it spells out oil.
so it's
Dude, that's just a idea. Like some guy was
Yeah.
sitting there and he's like,
yeah. It's also National the Drums in Donkey Kong Day because that's what they also say on them when they're flaming. So
We were talking about this at your birthday because we were arguing about like a Valorant game that we played when everybody like it just in the yard like friend server that we have, and Yingling was playing with me for a while first before playing with anybody else, and we get into the second game and he's just like, "I'm so fucking high right now. Like, I just keep hitting my dab pen." And I'm like, "Dude, why don't you stop hitting the pen? That sounds like an easy solution for one." We get into the fourth game.
I got an essay done at
Yingling
midnight.
over the course of like 3-4 hours is talking less and less and less. And we're finally 5 stacking and everybody else is talking, except I'm not talking very much. And Yingling's not talking at all. And I realized that Yingling hasn't said anything in almost 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden pops up in the corner of the chat. It says, "Boss Baby took one more dab, so high right now." Like, just transcribing his like brain in with his Boss Baby Smurf account in the corner, in the Discord, unmuted, just not saying anything.
Well, we called them over. It was at Ludwig's birthday party. There's a bunch of us, and I started like Nick and I started talking about playing Valorant with Aiden that night. And he was like, and he didn't do anything. And and I'm like, well, let's get him over here. Aiden, like, is Jerry Springer. Like, let's bring him down.
We have Aiden in the studio. Aiden. And everyone's like, oh.
And then he just kind of wanders around.
Is he
like,
the top frag?
He's like, hey, one. And then we start explaining the whole thing. It's like, you didn't do this, this. And he's like, yeah. And then he's like,
yeah, I top fragged.
And then he's like, yeah, I top fragged. And I'm like, well, Nick, what do you have to say to that? And he's like, he didn't molly. He's supposed to molly. He has a character who has it. And then he did. It was extremely funny. And that brought me to another, just a little topic, is that all of our friends are really funny. And at your birthday party, it was really nice.
Dude, okay, so one quick anecdote at the birthday party. There was a bunch of gifts. And I've had a few birthday dinners, but I don't usually get that many presents. And I don't like receiving presents. Like, even before I had any success on YouTube, I hated like Christmas because I would open a gift and I feel like I am bad at showing that I am grateful for the gift, even if I feel it. And I end up looking like a robot.
Is it because you weren't?
No, I am very grateful and I think it's very nice, but I like...
You and Cutie,
like
Cutie are a hilarious combo because you can't show when you're grateful and she can only show when she's ungrateful.
Yeah, so every Christmas I'd be like, wow, this is great. But I'm like, I sound like a fucking shitty child actor.
Yeah, like you
Macaulay
got
Culkin's
socks and you don't
Back
want to
Up.
hurt grandma's feelings.
Yeah, but I do like the socks.
Okay.
And I see this mountain of gifts at my birthday because like 30 people came over for dinner, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't have to open them in front of them. And then Cutie's like, okay, everybody round up to the living room. It's gift opening time.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull her aside. I'm like, no.
I saw this on the roof. I heard Ludwig be like, I don't want to do that.
I'm going to kill myself. I'm not going to
It's
sit
also
there.
hilarious because she's like, for your birthday, I got you a YouTube video. And that must have been after that conversation.
Yeah.
Because I was like, hearing now that you were like, your gift you got me for my birthday is going to make me kill myself. It's really funny.
I was like, I hated it before, but now it's even worse because now I'm like Dudley, who has like 1,000 presents, and you're watching like the millionaire open up his gifts.
I also wish
37 this year. Beauty.
I also wish she would have told us that the gifts were going to go in a video because
Oh,
I might have gotten you something different.
both of you.
Here's the
No,
thing.
mine's fine.
no,
Mine was a question mark.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I don't know if it can, but the basic premise is that everybody got me a shirt that was like a funny shirt. Because I
Yeah.
own a lot of funny shirts. And I would open them and I would show them and everyone would laugh and I would guess who got me the shirt. And there's some shirts that clearly people didn't know YouTube videos in mine because it'd be like Wuhan flu and then a bat. And that would just be the shirt.
Hold on. In defense of whoever got you that one. Because it ain't me.
Yeah. Whoever it was.
It said Wuhan Wild Wings, dangerously contagious.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
so good they're contagious.
And then there was like one, and it was like it was the Hooters logo, and it said 9/11, and there was Twin Towers.
Yeah.
That was cuties.
and
it said Hooters never forgets.
no, it said something even funnier. It was like a play on it. It's like Wing will never forget or something like that.
They're crazy shirts. My favorite one was probably the one Zipper got me, which I wore at the Beerio Kart event, which was Coots smoking weed.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that shirt was so tight.
Yeah. It was very, very.
but
He like wore it the next day too.
Yeah.
The most problematic one was the Native American man. And it's just a stolid Native American man just staring into the camera, and it said, "Trust the government."
Yeah. It was a crazy
Dude,
shirt.
that is such a fucking insane shirt.
And
I don't know what it stands for.
I don't know either.
Let me just say, every shirt that came out of this night was thrifted, except
No,
for
no,
the
no,
Coots
no.
one.
A lot of them were like made. Like, most of them were made.
thrifted. Most of them were
Oh,
thrifted.
the
really?
only made
Yeah.
one was Coots,
And the ones
and
that
then Atrioc one, which was like I have 3 million subscribers.
the painted ones too. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then the hand painted.
But yeah, like out
Most
of the 30
of them were
shirts,
thrifted.
yeah.
Yeah, that Native American one was thrifted, and whoever saw it.
the reason mine was so insane was it came out of a thrift store. I found that.
Oh, did you?
I would never make that.
I thought you made
no,
it.
No,
Oh my God, that feels so much better.
Dude, it's a triple XL racist T-shirt that is parodying Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, I have to take this,
Yeah.
or else he'll just die.
Well,
Yeah.
the Native American one I saw at Goodwill, I was like, what does this mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is a puzzle.
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
get this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only one that was made was Hassan's. It said 9/11 was poggers.
The one I didn't give you that I thought about giving you that I kept was it's a shirt that has the Fendi logo around the whole neckline. But then the shirt itself is an all over repeat print of the McDonald's logo.
Yo.
And then instead of saying McDonald's, it says McDonald's. And I asked the guy at the register, I said, dude, where did this Fendi McDonald's shirt come from? And without even looking at it, he goes, it's McDonald's. And then I looked down and read closer, and it's just like he's like, yeah, these just like come out of Taiwan.
He's like, and yeah, that'll be $6.
They literally just spawn from Taiwan, and we don't know how they exist.
I like to imagine it's one dude in the factory who just changes the file print, and then that day they just have Fendi McDonald's, and they're like, all right.
Yeah,
it'll-
they shipped 20,000.
Shit's
It'll
so
sell.
hard. The one that Zip2 got you, which is Johnny Bravo, and it says Johnny Likes on it.
Yeah.
That one's sick as fuck.
Yeah, they were tight. So I kind of want to do a photo shoot with all of them.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
good.
great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, fellas.
That's
We're
our
well
filthy
past 90.
We gotta get to the airport.
Yeah.
You guys got a Dippin' Dots going to Australia. You lose 2 days. Have fun.
Because you were so late, I have a punishment for you.
Okay, Daddy.
Don't fart.
Oh,
Don't fart. I
come
know
on,
it's gonna.
dude.
No, they smell
I'm
bad
gonna
today.
get out of here quick. Okay, we're gonna do the premium in Australia. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Back. And he turns around and he looks at me. Everybody, there's so many people around us. They're all putting their bags away. They're very well within earshot because he's not speaking quietly either. He's like, "Hey, you look good. You look, you look,
Touching his chest.
you look hot."
He turns to me and he goes, "I just met this guy on the plane. Super hot."
And that was the only
That's the first
that
thing
was
I
the
heard.
only thing I saw somebody laugh at. Is the lady next to
really?
Nick laughed at that
To
one.
them, to them, it's like I'm just picking someone